What is up? Happy Thursday. Let's get that TikTok live started. Hello, Isis Secular. It's good to see you, friend. What is up? Yeah, I'm going to switch up the music a little bit. I think I'm going to do a rotation so people aren't having nightmares about that one song. Because, not going to lie, it gets a little tired. So I hear you. Tilting Windmill, good to see you. All right. Junpei Yoshino, thank you. You and your Mike and Ikes are welcome. So, yep, we got like the automated announcements on YouTube. So we got that going. I'm glad you guys like the new thumbnail, the new banner. Worked on that. Been working on that this week. So we're just slowly, adding little things here and there. So welcome in TikTok. We are by streaming. We're double streaming. We are on YouTube. We are on here as well. Hey, born again atheists. You're a little early, but it's great to see you nonetheless. It's great to see you. I'm excited for Tuesday. XCZ, it's good to see you. So if y'all didn't know, Tuesday, our friend, Born Again Atheist, is going to be co-hosting with me. She's going to come on at about 5 o'clock Eastern time. And we're going to do some cooking. And I'm excited for Born Again to bring all that heat. Oh, love that heat. Love it. So it's going to be, I'm going to have like a front row seat. And I'm excited. Can't wait. Cannot wait. That's right. Just bring the heat. Oh my goodness. You do the cooking by the yo, Godless Engineer, Christina the Godless. So we got 1/3 of the Godless. The Girls Gone Godless. We've got the Godless Engineer. We got a lot of Godless up in here, right? This is wonderful. A lot of beautiful heathens here. Beautiful, beautiful heathens. You ever been confirmed? Yeah, when I was a Catholic. I went through confirmation. Sure did. Heathens for life. Yeah, there you go. Heathens for life. I mean, I don't here every day. Oh, I don't remember what my saint name was. Probably Saint Ignatius. I need an unbaptism party. Thoughts on space like the Big Bang? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I bet you a big part of it was probably because I was going to a private school the next year. It was a Jesuit school, and so St. Ignatius of Loyola is their guy. And so that's probably why I did. But it's hard to remember. I mean, that was a long time ago. The greatest evidence that you actually exist. I think, therefore I am. Why are you atheist? Lack of evidence. Not enough evidence to demonstrate that any gods are real. What'd you do to Boma last night? No, I think really the real question is what Boma did to anybody. I don't think anybody does anything to Boma. If anything, it's what Boma does to others. And that's the way it should be. AG337, good to see you. Have you ever touched your thoughts or seen them? That's a category error. That is a category error. Go split the sea. There you go. Why don't you think God is real? Insufficient evidence. There's no evidence of any gods being real. I'm willing to hear it out though. But so far, we're going up on 2 years of me being on this, of live streaming. Coming up on 2 years and nada. A lot of maybes. A lot of maybe it's this, maybe it's that, perhaps it's this, perhaps it's that, but no evidence. You allow me to talk to you, we could have a good, request up. So push the pink and blue button at the bottom of your phone if you're on TikTok. If you are on YouTube, oh yeah, I forgot to add that on Nightbot. Got to add that as a timer. If you're on YouTube, let me add that. Let's see. It is it tiny URL? Yeah, tinyurl.com. TBV guest. Pretty sure that's what it is. That sounds about right. All right. So we'll do this one every. Yeah, that one's going to be a little bit spammy. We'll do it every 3 minutes. Oh, at least 5 minutes. Okay, we'll do it every 5 then. There we go. Pretty sure it is tinyurl.com TBV guest. Yeah. So if you are on the YouTube side and you want to join as a guest, go ahead and go to tinyurl.com/TBV guest. If you are on the TikTok side, just push the little pink and blue button on your phone. That's all you got to do. And you'll be placed in the queue and we can talk. So we're going to wait for things to warm up a little bit and get things going. So had a little meeting with the exec producer over at Atheist Community Austin. So I'll be hosting Truth Wanted on Friday, May 8th. So mark your calendars. Friday, May 8th at 7 p.m. Central. So got the Friday night slot, but that's good. That's cool. You haven't created one thing on this earth. Yeah, I have. I created 2 kids, motherfucker. I created 2 kids. So, very wrong. Yeah. Update on the cousin. Well, hope your cousin's doing well. When is the one with Thinker? Oh, that was last Sunday. You can go back to the archives on the Atheist Experience YouTube page and you can see the recording. So that was a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. I'm doing good, Sammy. Best proof is uniformity in nature and the probability of random forces creating life. And how is that proof? Not proof. Because we can see that. We have explanations for that. So, all right. Well, let's get this thing started. I think it's warm enough. It's warm enough up in here. So, also, chat rules. I've got mods. So, mods will get very touchy if you're spamming, if you're doing all caps, if you are being a racist, a misogynist, a transphobe, an ableist, or an ageist. You're probably going to get muted and or kicked. How you doing, Philly?
Hi, Trust. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing well, too. It's good to see you, friend.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Did you hear the news on Tuesday?
The news on Tuesday? What was the news on Tuesday?
About Tuesday. I'm going to have Born Again Atheist as a co-host at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Yes.
Awesome.
I am excited.
Yeah, she's great.
Oh, yeah. Understatement.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be great. I'm super excited about that. And it's Tuesday, this coming Tuesday. Yeah, it's going to be fun.
There's Born Again.
Yep. I'm going to have a bunch of popcorn because I'm just going to and just watch her just slice, dice, fillet. Oh, it's just going to be fantastic. It's gonna be
Wonderful.
fantastic. Yeah, so I'm excited. Can't wait. Cannot wait. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's so good to see you here. I'm glad you were up here hanging out with me. You gonna hang out for a while?
I would love to.
Outstanding. Does she get to dance? If she wants to, I'll put her up on the big screen and she could do her thing. Absolutely.
Okay, so
Yep.
on
No
Two
holds
Biblical
barred.
Philistines, we interviewed Born Again, and
Yeah.
she did the whole. She did the dress up costume thing. Like it was
That's
amazing. So
that's
if you
amazing.
can convince her to do it, like, please try.
Oh, she just said if the devil wills. So we're gonna leave it to the devil. So that's what we're gonna do. Yep, if the devil wills. But want to see them devil horns come out? Yes, we do. So cannot wait. Well, you ready to take a guest?
Would love to.
All right, let's bring up Mozingo as our first guest of the day. How's it going, Mozingo?
Doing pretty good, man. How you doing?
Hey, doing well. Thanks for joining. And before we start, can I get your age and pronouns, please?
Well, I'm a man.
You're a man?
And,
Okay. Well, that's your sex.
I
So
don't
appreciate you telling us that.
I don't really go by pronouns. I'm just God made me a man. So
You don't go by
believe
pronouns?
God. No, sir.
You don't use any pronouns at all. Okay. So we'll
just
just
a man,
okay.
just a man,
Well, we'll
and
just
I'm
anytime you
58
use
years old.
pronouns from this point on, we'll just jump in and
Okay.
say nope, no pronouns. We'll respect that.
Gotcha. I
Oh,
appreciate
gotcha.
that.
That's a pronoun. Yeah, I appreciate that's a pronoun. So can't use those. All right.
What's that?
You said got you. Use a pronoun. So just calling it out. Can't use pronouns. And then you said I appreciate you. So can't use pronouns. All
So
right.
wait, I don't get that. It's just a normal English language, though.
Well, those are pronouns,
I'm here
right?
to talk-
I, we, ours, he,
Well,
she, it, they,
but-
them, us.
So every time I talk to you, I'll say "man." Is that good?
Man.
Yeah. I mean, what would you prefer me to call you?
Oh, I'm he, him. So you could just refer to, you
He,
can use,
him?
yeah.
Okay.
Philly, what are your pronouns?
I prefer she, her. I'm happy with they.
See?
I've always
She, her,
just
they.
used the English language the way I learned it. So I'm not really like, the best way to say it is I'm not well versed in pronouns and stuff like that.
You're not?
So if I no, sir.
You don't know what
If
pronouns?
I
Yeah.
offend you,
No,
if
it's
I
not about
offend you
being
in any
offensive.
way,
It's,
it's not meant to be offensive, okay? I just
Okay.
want to make that clear.
All right.
I'm not here to bash nobody, none. I'm just here to have a conversation.
yeah, sure.
I'm curious to find out why you don't believe in God. And I mean, everybody
Yeah,
has
sure.
their own belief.
Yeah,
You have
I'll
your own
happily
free
answer
will to
that.
say whatever you'd like. You know?
Okay, but we're just using a lot of pronouns here, so I just want to call that out to your attention because you said you don't use pronouns.
Well,
so
like I said, I'm not well versed in
Oh,
it, so I'm
I
going
is
to
a
speak
pronoun.
the normal language of what I was taught in school, because
yeah,
that's
we
what
were
I know.
we were all taught pronouns, right?
Yeah, but if I'm sitting here just telling you that, like I said, I'm not doing it
Okay.
offensively. It's just the way I speak.
Yeah, sure.
I can't change
sure.
the way I
Oh my
speak
gosh.
because of
Yeah,
pronouns. I just don't do that. It's just
All
not
right.
what I
Okay,
do.
so if we,
I'm
if
looking
we,
at right here. It says I'm atheist, right?
Oh
What's
my
your
gosh.
best evidence?
Okay,
that
so
God is real?
apparently, Philly, she doesn't care what pronouns we use for her. I guess she doesn't care.
Okay.
So we'll
Okay,
just go
she
with
doesn't care.
she doesn't care. All right. So okay,
Who's
ma'am.
she? I don't understand. Who's
Oh
Philly?
yeah. Well, no, Philly is my friend here, and
Hi,
her
I'm
pronouns are
Philly.
Okay, how you
yeah,
doing, Philly?
she, her, they.
I'm good.
My pronouns are
Yeah,
he,
my
him.
pronouns are she, her, or they.
How about
Trust
you just
goes
call
by
me
he,
Ken? Is
him.
that
What
better?
about for you?
Or you could just call me Mozingo. How's that?
Well, I'm not going to
Is
do
that-
that like
is
for
that cool?
every time we want to call you something or refer to you. I'm not going to use not every time because that just
Well,
gets
that's my
because we're
given
not
name, my
cavemen,
born
right?
name.
Mozingo,
No,
do
that's
this.
my born
Mozingo,
name.
do that.
That's my name that was given to me as birth. So
Okay, I cannot believe we spent over 3 minutes on this. This is wild.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. I'm
Yeah,
just
it
trying
is.
to.
It is.
I'm trying to have
Yeah.
a conversation. That's all
Sure.
I'm trying to do, and it's
Sure, we're just trying to
It
get your
seems
pronouns.
like-
That's all. So, okay, so
no, because I think that's kind of like
okay, we'll just go with she, her.
I'm just speaking
That's what
the normal.
that's what we'll roll with.
English
Okay, Mozingo.
language. You could call me whatever you like.
All right.
Call me
Okay.
whatever you like. If that's
Okay.
easier for you, I'm cool with that. I don't
All
have
right.
a problem.
We good with
Cool.
that, Philly? We'll just call her.
I
We'll
I,
use.
I don't
You could call
believe
me
that
whatever
she
you
is
like.
cool
You
with
could call me
that,
whatever you
considering
like.
she's
Whatever.
argued about this for 3 minutes. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
sure, we can take her at her
What
word.
is it? 26 seconds on the clock is
Sounds
what I'm
good.
looking at.
Sounds
Wow.
good. All right, Mozingo.
Anyhow,
What's your best evidence that God
let's.
is real?
That's kind of what I want to ask you. Why do you have no evidence? Like I don't know your background, so I'm not trying to insult you. I just want to know what kind of background did you grow up with? You have no religious, like any kind of belief when you grew up? I'm just curious.
I grew up Christian and
Okay.
for over 30 years, and it's just the same as there's no evidence for Santa Claus. It's just the same as there's no evidence for fairies or leprechauns or the tooth fairy. It's the same thing, right? So back to you. What's your evidence that, oh, actually, which God do you believe in, first of all? Like, which God do
I
you believe
believe
in?
in Jesus Christ.
Okay. And then what's your evidence that God is real?
Jesus Christ is the most recorded man in history. That's the first thing. I
Okay.
like to go by facts.
How does that make
He's
it
the most
true, though?
recorded.
How does that make God real, though?
Well, I
Just because
get
he's
what
the
you're
most
saying. You
recorded
say
man
it
in
doesn't make
history.
it true, right?
Mhm.
Our truth and our belief is in what we believe to be true, correct?
It
And I'm not
is.
saying that I'm right and you're wrong. I'm
Well,
just
I think
giving you
it's
the.
important to believe in things with evidence, right? So that's why we're
Oh
asking you for
yeah,
your
I
evidence that
believe
God
that.
is real. But you would agree that just because a person has been recorded throughout history, that doesn't mean they're real. Doesn't mean God is real. Maybe Jesus the person is real. Maybe.
Well,
I'm
here's
agnostic to that. There's some people who don't believe it, but that doesn't mean God is real.
sure.
So what's your evidence that God is real?
I look at this. I say, what is the oldest story that you've ever heard, right? And it has to be
The
in the
oldest story?
beginning, right? Yeah, the
Um,
oldest story.
Probably something out of the Bhagavad Gita or something out of, ancient Egypt, something out of Samaria. Oh yeah,
So
there's a
before that,
story. There's a
even
story from
before.
ancient Samaria about about like a
Okay.
shopkeeper. That's the oldest story I've
So
heard.
like, even before that, right? There was in the beginning, right?
Yeah, there
So
were
in the
cavemen.
beginning is
There were cave people drawings. Cave
well, yeah,
people.
right. I get it.
Put
But
drawings
even
in
before
caves. Those were
that,
stories.
yeah, even before that, it's like
Well, there weren't any
in the
stories before
beginning.
that.
That there's what was before the beginning. There
What
had to
was
be
before
something
the
even before the
beginning?
beginning.
Well,
Yeah, like there had to be something, but even before that, right?
which beginning are you talking
Our
about? Because
beginning,
I don't think there
our
was a
beginning
beginning
as
to the
human beings.
universe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
our
beginning is
beginning
human
as human
beings.
beings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as far as we know,
So
that's rooted in evolution through natural selection and adaptation. So, again, I'm not sure how
so
any
let's
of
just
this
say
is
if we did.
evidence that God
Well,
is real.
I'm
So, what
I'm
do you
getting
have
there.
any
If you give
evidence?
me a,
Okay. Well,
I'm
let's get
getting there.
there.
If you give me a.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's get there.
so if we took the oldest in the beginning, right, and then obviously, I believe in the Bible. I'm sure you know the Bible. You said you were a Christian, and some of the things in there for first, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, right? So now some
Okay.
people will say, well, what God do you serve, right? And that's understandable because you have a God of the earth and you have the God of the heavens, right? The God of the earth is Satan, and the God of the heavens is Jesus, and God as we
Okay.
know it, Yeshua,
So, sorry, I got to
right?
stop you there. We've heard a lot of claims so far. So, how do you know that the God of earth is Satan? How do you know that the God created the heavens and earth? Any evidence of that?
It's Yeah, because it's the oldest story AD and BC. What does it stand for? We use it in history all the time, right?
Yeah, we don't use that
What does it
anymore.
stand
But it
for?
used to
Yeah, we
be.
do use it.
And
It's
no,
still
no, we
used
don't
in
use it
theology
anymore.
and classes.
We don't.
In
Yeah,
theology
theology,
classes,
but
it's
that's
still
because
used.
that. Yeah, but that's because
So what do we use for AD
we
and
use
BC? What is
CE
it?
and we use the Common Era and before Common Era. That's what we use
Who's
now.
we? Who's we?
Well, mainstream like
I would like to say I'm
scholarly
part of the we, and I
scholars.
still use AD and BC. Even
Okay.
so,
Well,
back then,
wouldn't say you're part of the we.
it's
So,
I would
but that
because I'm not
doesn't.
a
But that has
nobody.
no.
I'm
That's
just
not
saying
evidence
it's
that God
just.
is real. How is
Wait,
that
wait,
evidence
wait.
that God is
Because you
real?
haven't. You got to give me. You got to give me a little time to get there. I'm
Well,
trying to get there.
How
Okay.
about just get there?
So
We've been
I
on
will
with you for over 8 minutes.
if you grant me the
Just get
time.
there. Well,
If you grant me the time, I will.
all right. I'll give you
If you
60
grant me the
seconds.
time.
60 seconds from
It's
21:45.
easy to understand, but it also comes with faith, right? Faith is a substance of things that are what?
Hope for,
You're a
evidence of
Christian.
things not seen. Yeah. Hmm.
There you go. See, so I know you know your Bible, which is good.
Yeah.
So if it's not seen, it has to be only a faith. It has to be something that's believed in, right? So I can't make you believe in anything. I can't sit here and say faith is a fact because truthfully it's not. And that's the very point of it. For you to believe that there is a God, for you to believe anything, you have to have great faith. Faith cometh by hearing and hearing by the word of God. That has to be in your heart. I'm not saying you have to believe it because that would require you to have some kind of faith, right? What you believe is what you believe. I have an understanding of this. Over 2,000 years ago, a man died on a cross for my sins, right?
Okay, ma'am.
You don't
I
have
got to
to
cut in.
believe
You've
that.
had a
But
minute.
wait,
So no. I said I'd give you a minute, and it was just a lot of like preaching here. So, but here, let me jump in. So, ma'am,
go ahead.
what I'm trying to understand is if because you just say, hey, you got to do it by faith. All right. Well, you would agree other religions have faith, right? So then that makes all religions true.
No.
Okay, so why does faith make yours true and theirs not true?
The very simple fact that what I was telling you before, I'm not here to condemn you about your faith. I'm not here to tell
I
you
don't have
what to
faith.
believe.
Yeah, I don't have faith. And
So then you
okay,
it's impossible to believe.
so you would
Without
agree?
faith,
No,
you
it's
can't
not possible
believe.
to believe. I believe in a lot of things, but I believe in things with evidence. You see, and so
But that's the
now, what do
thing.
you say then
God is
to
outside
Matthew
of
28
that
verses
realm.
19 and 20 when it says, "Go and make disciples of all the nations and teach them to obey my commands"? Those are words of Jesus, right?
Is that
So
what it really says? Obey my commands?
yeah, teach them to obey my commands. Yeah, that's what it says.
Hmm.
So
What is
it
his
also
command?
says in 1 Peter 3, verse 15, it also says, be prepared to give a defense for anyone who demands accounting for the hope that's within you, and do so with kindness and respect. Now you've mostly done the
But
kindness
see,
and
if you
respect thing,
say,
not
I
really,
get
but
what you're
kind
saying,
of.
but you're also
But
gonna
the other
have
thing
free
is,
will.
hey, I'm talking,
That would be taking
Mozinga,
your free will,
I'm
and we don't
talking,
do that.
Mozinga, I'm talking. So, so that's what it says. So we are demanding an accounting from you. We are asking, and if you think of it as we're asking for receipts, that's what we're doing. My friend Jessica, my friend Philly, and we are asking for receipts. And so this whole nonsense about, well, I can't make you believe. No. It's not about making us believe, Mozinga. It's not forcing us to believe. See, the thing is if you have evidence, it's compelling and it points to truth and it is undeniable, we would have no choice but to believe. It's just like me believing that my mom is real, right? I have no choice but to believe that. I can't choose to believe that. And so we're looking for that type of evidence, ma'am. That's what we're looking for. So what kind of evidence do you have? Not just, platitudes or flowery poetry, and no preaching. What evidence do you have?
You can unmute now. Mozingo, I muted you, but you can unmute.
So what you got for us, Mozinga?
I think, did she mute me or am I still there?
Yeah, you got muted because you kept trying to talk over me. So I did ask you a question. Yeah. So what evidence do you have? You didn't hear the question? So yeah, so you're giving us a lot of platitudes, you're giving us a lot of like preaching and poetry. What we're asking for is evidence. Like as it says in 1 Peter 3 verse 15, we're asking for an accounting of what you believe. So what is the accounting of what you believe?
Okay, so the disciples, they wrote and they gave a firsthand account
No, they
of
didn't.
what they witnessed,
No,
right?
they didn't.
So
We don't have any evidence of that.
They did.
Why do you
That's
think it was
Peter,
a
Paul,
first-hand
John.
account?
These are
Why
books
do you
of the
think?
Bible, right?
Excuse me.
So,
Wait,
for
hold on,
Excuse
Mozinga.
me? Hello.
Philly's asking you a question.
I'm sorry, I didn't know she was speaking. I'm sorry. I'm a war veteran and I have a little bit of a hearing problem. I'm sorry, I lost some of my hearing in the war.
Okay.
So if I overspeak you, I apologize.
Okay,
I'm
no
not
problem.
doing it purposely.
Okay. Well, thanks for your service. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Philly.
I appreciate it.
My question was, how do you know they are first-hand accounts? How do you know they are written by them?
For the fact that there were many witnesses, like the 3,000 people that Peter brought to Christ after the resurrection of Christ and his descent.
What are the
There
names
were
of
Sorry,
the
over
how,
3,000
no, no,
people?
no,
people.
no.
There were over 3,000 people that came to Christ after that. So that was recorded
How
in
do you
history.
know?
Do we believe in any history? Do you believe in any history?
All right. Sorry, there's another question. Go ahead, Philly.
I'm sorry.
You're saying that you know that the accounts are first-hand accounts because there were people that believed? Is that what you're
3,000
saying?
that, not that they believed, that they witnessed, they eyewitnessed.
So if they had eyewitness, how does that give us assurance that the accounts are first-hand accounts?
If you believe in any kind of history, do you believe in any history that you were taught in school at all?
Yeah, of course. And we
What are you
have
Okay, so
saying?
we have a
there would
lot
be no
of we have a
difference.
lot of contemporary eyewitness accounts of those things. Like contemporary at
Okay,
the
do you
time of they
believe in
happened, independent eyewitnesses wrote things down. So of the
right
3,000 witnesses, what do we have that are independently verified
the
accounts
Dead Sea
from any
Scrolls
of
or
those three?
evidence?
Dead Sea Scrolls are from the Old Testament. That's not from
Right,
Peter
and
or New
it's still
Testament.
part of the Bible. It's still
Yeah,
part
but
of the
that's
Bible, though.
not what we're
So
asking. You said that there were 3,000 witnesses that Peter did something with. Had something
right.
to do with. That's not has nothing to do with the Dead Sea Scrolls.
So, but it
What
is
we're
a history.
asking, well, hold on. What I'm asking, what I think what we're kind of asking is what independently verified accounts from any of the 3,000 witnesses do we have?
Yes, the writing of Paul, Peter, John,
Paul was not a
those books
witness.
of the Bible. Just for example, do you believe that Abraham Lincoln lived?
Of
We
course.
have
Paul was,
okay,
because what we
who-
have is we have
okay,
writings.
we
Okay,
have.
well, we'll do a side-by-side symmetrical
There's more
analysis.
evidence.
So hang on. So
Okay.
how many letters do we have from Jesus that Jesus wrote
You don't.
himself? We don't.
You don't have letters.
We have
that
letters
Jesus
from
wrote.
Abraham Lincoln. How many letters do we have of people who wrote to Jesus when he was alive?
Those times were Sanskrit. It's totally different kind of writing.
How many letters do we have of people who wrote to Jesus while he was alive?
It's not even accurate.
That is accurate. It's the Greek and also the Latin that was written, but it was Sanskrit is the oldest language out there that was put
Mozingo,
on.
Mozingo, they spoke
Well,
Aramaic. So let me ask you
yeah, I
again,
understand what they spoke. I'm talking about
what
what
letters
they wrote.
do we have of people who wrote
You
to
don't
Jesus?
have letters
Okay, we don't
because
have
Jesus
letters. We
didn't
have
write
letters
letters.
of people writing to Abraham Lincoln while he was alive. We have those. Okay? So we don't have any. We have bones of Abraham Lincoln. We don't have any bones of Jesus.
Would you agree? Would you
We
agree to say
have
that the Bible is a
we
history
have
book?
other contemporary. No, it's something historical, but it's not a history book. No, definitely
But
not.
do you believe that any writings of World War II are historical?
Of course.
Or
They
better
are.
yet, what about
I
the
said
Baltic Wars? Or
the
what
Bible
about
is historical. It's an historical artifact, like Virgil's Aeneid is a historical
okay?
artifact. Yeah,
So history
but that doesn't make it
history is
true.
not right. History, if it's a historical book, it can't be fiction. Yeah.
Yeah. So if
So
it's
then there has to be
that's not
some
necessarily
truth there.
true. So you would okay. So then Virgil's Aeneid is
Well,
true then, right?
say that again.
Virgil's Aeneid, that's true. That's a historical artifact. So it's true.
I'm not sure what that is. I
Virgil's
don't
Aeneid?
want to sit. Yeah, I'm not going to sit and talk about something I don't understand or
okay.
know.
Well,
I'm
Virgil's
not that
Aeneid,
educated in that.
like the Iliad, the Odyssey, that's like ancient Greek literature
Okay.
about the Greek
Yeah,
gods. That's all
I
historical.
could
Those are
say
historical
that
artifacts. So that's all true, right?
there's probably some truth in it.
Some truth? Okay. But
Yeah,
all of it's
there's
true, right?
probably some truth in it. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not versed well enough to tell
Okay.
you. I'm not educated enough or well enough to tell you.
The Quran
I'm,
is true,
I'm,
though, right?
I don't believe in the Quran.
You don't
I
believe in the
believe,
Quran? But, well, it's a
I
historical
believe,
artifact, so it's
you know
true,
what I will
right?
tell you? I do believe in the Quran. I do believe in the Quran when it says that Jesus Christ will come back to judge and only God
Okay.
can judge.
So
So that's
so
what I
that's
do
not the
believe
that's
in
not the
Quran.
yeah, okay, but the Quran is true because it is a historical artifact, just like the Bible.
It's true that it was written with Muhammad and that it was written. Now, whether it's truth of its words are different than truth of it being a history.
Okay. So fantastic. So then that doesn't mean the Bible is true. So how do you know
Well,
the
if you have
Bible is true?
3,000 people that accounted for it, and there was
Well,
Roman
Mozingo, we
artifacts
asked
that go back.
you
Hold on,
for
but you
any
believe in the
independent
Roman?
writings from any of the 3,000 people, and you haven't produced a single name.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go to Judas. Judas Iscariot, right? He was one of the disciples of Jesus, the one who betrayed Jesus, right?
We don't know
anything
that.
about
We don't
him?
know that for sure. It's claimed that, but
Well,
how do we know
it's
that?
claimed and it's written. It's also in the archives of the Roman Catholic Church. And
Where?
his father and his family were scholars in the Roman Empire.
Where?
His dad.
What
actually-
evidence do we have of
his-
that? It's in the Roman. Yeah, it's in the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
How do we know that's true?
Not in the Roman Catholic Church. In the ancient Roman libraries, it shows the Iscariot family.
Yeah. Can you produce?
Judas
Can you
Iscariot's
produce?
family.
Can you produce a
Well, I would
scholarly
love to
study
be
that
able-
demonstrates that?
I would love to be able to go there and see it.
I didn't say
but
go there. I asked you to produce something from a scholar that demonstrates that.
Judas Iscariot, his father and his family took care of the Roman Empire.
I heard you.
Right?
I'm asking you for.
So,
I'm
history,
asking
but
you for
listen,
evidence of
history.
that, Mozinga. I'm asking you to produce a scholarly article or something from a theologian that demonstrates that is true. That's just
So
a claim.
the Roman and the ancient Roman libraries dictated clearly that there was an execution of a man called
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Right?
Okay, so
History.
I'm not talking about Jesus Christ. I'm
So-
talking about
No,
you
I
said
get
Jesus.
that.
We're
I get
kind of
that.
we're
But
jumping
in
all
that-
over the
in
place.
those-
I'm
Right,
actually
in
just
those-
flipping on. I'm trying to sit on the claim that Judas Iscariot had parents in the Roman Empire. Where is this? Where did you get this? Where is this? How did you?
It's part of ancient Roman history.
It's part of ancient. Where?
Yeah.
Who said? Where did they
You'd have
find
to-
this?
you'd
Who
have to
said
study-
this?
You'd have to study ancient Roman history.
Oh, I have, sir.
I took a couple.
I took
Okay,
4 years
so
of
then
Latin,
you
and
know-
that
then you should
required
know what I'm
studying
talking
ancient
about.
Roman history. No, that we didn't study that at all.
I
That's why I'm
studied the
asking you about it.
disciples. I didn't study every single thing of
Okay,
the Roman
So
Empire.
help me out
but
then.
I do know that
Help
his
me out,
family
Mozinga.
was
Help me
very
out, Mozinga.
prominent.
Okay, hold on. Help me out, Mozinga. Help me out and tell me where this can be found, where we can find this. Like what,
You'd
a
probably have
book?
to go to Rome because I don't think any of those writings or texts would have ever been released out. Just
Okay, how do
the
you know
same
about
as
it?
you have. How do I know about it? Because I did a study on the different.
You did a study.
Disciples. Yeah, I did
Okay.
a study on different.
And
different
where did
disciples
you
on what
find,
they
where
were
did you
before,
read
like,
this? Okay, so
You had to-
where did you study
Well,
this?
you have to go in, and a lot of times you're gonna find, like you say, theologians. You're gonna find schools. You're gonna find colleges that teach the ancient histories of foreign lands.
Okay.
You're also gonna learn. You're also
gotta-
gonna
I'm
learn.
sorry, I
it
gotta
through
stop you right there,
Bible
Mozinga.
colleges.
Ma'am, where did
You know
you
what?
find the information? Where did you find it?
So I was actually reading through a text, and I
And
asked
what
somebody
text?
in reference to this. Yeah, I was reading. It was just a regular handwritten book about the life and time of Judas Iscariot,
It was a handbook.
and it was a handbook.
Who
that
wrote
was-
it?
Oh, this was years ago. I couldn't tell you the author. I couldn't tell you exactly who wrote it.
Okay.
I would love to be able to tell you, but it's scattered information, just like a lot of things.
Scattered
right?
information.
So
Okay.
when I say that, I'm saying for me, you got to understand something. If the stuff that I know and studied are not what you would call, okay, that's 100%, 100% short, because like you say, the only way you're going to know facts is if you see it with your eyes. Okay. Am I
No,
right or am I
that's
wrong?
not true. No, it's
Okay,
not true.
so tell me a fact that you could say that you know that Jesus Christ never lived.
I
Or
didn't say
he
that.
did live and he wasn't who he said he was.
Well, I can point out lots of reasons why Jesus wasn't who he said he was. He was a liar and a fraud because the promises that he put in the Bible didn't come true.
Such as? Help me.
Well, his coming back when the apostle supposedly he said he would come back when the apostles were still alive. So, and that didn't happen. He
Well, he
also
came back
he
only
he
to
made
show himself,
several
like they say.
references to how prayer would be treated. That's not true. So yeah, he told a lot of
In
lies.
what manner? Like, explain that to me.
Okay, so John 14.
If you don't mind, I'm not
Yeah,
testing you,
John
I'm just
14
asking.
verses 12 through 14, right? I mean,
Yeah.
unless you don't agree with this, and then you can show us, and that would be great evidence. We would love to see this. But it says in John 14, verses 12 through 14, it simply says, very truly, I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these. Because I am going to the Father, I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If in my name you ask me for anything, I will do it. So we know for a fact that that does not happen and at best, let's just say that people's prayers do get answered. They don't get answered all the time. In fact, they barely get answered 50% of the time. And that's assuming that God is real and answers prayers. So if anything, no matter how you look at it, this is a lie. This is not true. Because we have people asking for things in his name all the time,
right? But
and
what are you
they don't
asking
get answered.
For, you can't ask for something unrealistic.
Oh, unrealistic? Well, it says whatever. Whatever. So it doesn't say whatever realistic. It doesn't say anything. In my name. Right? So are you saying to me that if a person goes to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital and prays under Jesus's name to have all the kids healed right now, are you telling me that's not a proper prayer?
You have to look at circumstances too. Now, if you're one of these,
okay, that's not what I asked, Mozinga.
I'm very firm.
I need you to answer my question. No. I need you to answer my question. Okay, but I need you to answer. It's a yes or no, and then you can explain. But I need a yes or no first. Is it a proper prayer to go to the hospital at St. Jude's Hospital and pray in Jesus' name? I want all of these children, these sick children, to be healed right now. Are you telling me that's not a proper prayer? Yes or no?
It is a proper prayer, but then you gotta measure the person's heart. Okay. It also says in the Bible that your children pay for the father and the mother's sins.
Let's go to verse 12.
Wait.
Very truly I tell you, the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact will do great. The one who believes in me will do the works that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father. So tell me where it says in that verse. Here, I'll put it up on the screen. Tell me where it says in this verse.
You're over-speaking me and you didn't address what I said.
Yeah, because I'm addressing what you're saying, because it doesn't say anything about, you have to have a certain this and a certain that. It specifically says the one who believes in me will also do the works that I do, and in fact will do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father. So are you one who believes in Jesus? You said that in the beginning, right? You were one who believes in Jesus, right? That's what you said. Is that true? Oh, did you
I muted him.
Oh, you got muted again?
It says I have to wait 10 seconds to turn it back on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this conversation goes a lot easier if we just have like a dialogue back and forth. But if you're just kind of hogging up all the space, Mozinga.
No, here's the thing.
Yeah. I just need you to answer my question. Yeah.
I asked you what your thought was. You asked me a question. When I answered it, you overspoke me. I'm not here to argue with you.
Okay, but so then I just need an answer to my question.
I just want you to know it's not.
Did you say at the beginning that you believe in Jesus?
Yes, I did.
Okay, the one who believes in me, and it says, will also do the works that I do. So, have you walked on water?
No.
Have you healed the sick?
Yes, I have.
You have healed the sick. Okay, so you did something like that. And in fact, will do greater works than these. So, you should be able to do greater works than these, because I am going to the Father. Is Jesus with the Father now?
Yes, he is.
Okay, he is with the Father, but you haven't walked on water, so you haven't done greater works than him.
No.
So I will do whatever you ask in my name. So help me out here, Mozinga. Help me out, ma'am. I will do whatever you ask in my name. What conditions are attached to that? When it says, I will do whatever you ask in my name, what exceptions are there? Can you point out to me?
So when we speak of that, what does it say that a child or how can I explain this to you? I want to say it in the right light, because I feel like you feel like I'm attacking you and I'm not.
No,
And
no, no.
don't
I
want
feel
you
like
to
you're
feel that
being,
way.
I feel
I don't
like
want
you're
you to
not
feel
being
that way.
very
I'm
honest
trying
and you're
to-
not answering my questions. You're just saying
I
what
am
you
being
want to
honest.
say.
See,
Well,
here's
you're
the
saying
thing.
what you want to say,
Circumstances-
but you're not answering my
I am,
questions.
but
You're not
you-
addressing what I'm
Okay,
saying.
Okay, circumstances. I'm
So
going to
what
keep
did- what
talking
was
and
my
then you can
question?
listen to me.
Okay,
So,
ma'am, what
are
was
you
my
gonna let me tell
question?
you?
What was my
So
question?
Here's the thing.
Okay,
Here's
ma'am,
the
what was
thing.
my
What are the
question?
circumstances? You asked me what the circumstances are of that, right?
Okay, this
So
isn't
here
an
it
answer
is.
to my question, ma'am. What is my question?
Ma'am, I need you. I mean, sir, whatever you want to call yourself. Listen, I need you to understand something.
Okay, so
If you
Again-
have to pay, it says there, the child.
what
pays
is an
for the
an-
parent's
okay?
sin.
What is my question?
Did you not hear me?
No,
I
because
asked-
he keeps talking over trust. You
Yeah,
have to wait until
I'm
the
asking
finishes
you-
the sentence.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'm
if I
asking you
stay
what my
quiet the whole
question
time, he
was.
still
What was my
hasn't
last
addressed the
question?
question that I was asking him.
What was my last question?
You asked me what circumstances would change that I couldn't do greater things than what Christ
That
did,
wasn't my
correct?
question. That was not my question. So
What are the
in the
circumstances that would change it?
verse
That
for
would change me
no,
from
no,
being
no,
able
that's
to do
okay.
greater things
Again,
than
that's not
Christ?
my question. Verse
Okay, what is
13
your
said,
question?
my verse 13 says, I will do whatever you ask in my name. So I'm asking you, what are the exceptions to that phrase? When it says, I
So-
will do whatever you ask in my name, what will be something that you can ask for in Jesus' name that will not be answered?
And anything that would be within the 10 commandments that you're not supposed to do, if you asked in that and you said in Jesus' name, I can
Fantastic.
take anybody's name and put it there, right?
Okay, fantastic. So,
Lord,
is it
Lord,
violating
you
the
say,
10
"Vengeance is mine
commandments?
is the Lord." But wait, let me answer, sir. Let me answer,
Okay.
please. Let me answer. So if you say, okay, this enemy did this to me, and vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. You say, Lord, let me have vengeance on that person. And your name, I'm your child, this, that, and this. Let me get that person. Let me get even with that person. That prayer is not going to be answered because vengeance is the Lord, right?
Okay, very good.
Vengeance is for
I
the
got your
Lord.
example. So, what you're telling me
Okay.
then, are you saying then that going to St. Jude's Hospital and praying for all the kids to be healed, does that violate the 10 commandments?
No, but what you have
Okay.
to look at is what
So
are
if it
the
doesn't
sins
violate,
of the
okay,
parents?
so that was one
Does the
example.
Bible not say that we pay for the sins of our fathers and our mothers?
Oh, but it also says that in Ezekiel 18 that the iniquities of
say
the
that,
parent will
right?
not be borne upon the sons and daughters. It also says that. So which one do we believe?
You believe the one that says that it won't be upon those who believe in Christ.
No,
Those who
no.
don't believe
It
in
says
Christ, you
what
can't
it
ask for
says
anything
that
in their name.
it
How can
says
you ask for something in
what it
Christ's name
says
if you don't
is
believe in
Ezekiel.
him?
Okay, so clearly you haven't read the Bible, because what it says in Ezekiel
No, I
18
have.
is for those who are righteous, the sins of the fathers the iniquity of the fathers will not be borne upon the sons, upon their children. So, which one do you believe?
So you have the unsaved and the saved.
Okay,
That's
I
my
asked
answer.
you which one do you believe? Do you believe the one that says that the sons will
You
be?
have to believe in both. It's like a quadratic
You have to
formula.
believe
There's
in
two
both.
answers.
So you have to
Yeah,
believe in a
it's-
contradiction.
Are you familiar with math and quadratic formula? It has two answers, right? And they're both right. So one's a positive, one's a negative.
Well, yeah,
So
that's
here's what you
okay.
have to look at. But
That's
here's what you have
just
to look
not
at.
what
Give
it
me a
is
second.
again. All right,
give me a
Mozingo,
second.
time
Give
is
me a
up.
second.
We're gonna no, your time is
right.
up. But
All right,
I appreciate you coming up. Have a good day.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Why do we jump to trigonometry?
Yeah, that's just a category error because it's on an XY graph, so that's like part of the answer. It's like it doesn't mean it's the opposite. It doesn't mean that.
Like what?
That was a tough one.
That was rough.
He said the quadratic formula. Sir, high school was like 20 years ago. Can you not?
And B. Yeah, that
How you
was.
doing, Jessica?
I'm
Good to see
good. How are
you.
you?
Good.
My mute thumb is getting tired. These people
Oh,
keep preaching in the chat, all caps in chat. I am muting you for your caps. No preaching, no telling us
Yeah.
that Jesus loves you and you're going to hell. None of that. No praying. Okay,
Yeah.
guys?
Exactly. And okay, and the ones in chat crying about me cherry picking, there's at least 8 verses that say this exact same thing. At least 8. I just picked one. So there's at least 8 that say whatever you ask for, it will be done. I mean, and I'm cherry picking. It's silly. You know, I think that's what Christians say when they can't defend what's in the Bible. Oh, you're just cherry picking. Like on one of my videos today, that's what somebody commented. So I had to put belt to ass to him on a response video.
Get 'em.
Yeah. And so, yeah, because it's just a way to avoid addressing the issue. Yeah, it was about, I don't know if you guys saw it. It was about, I posted a video about abortion because somebody had asked, like a man had asked me about it. And like, first of all, no man should be asking me like what my opinion on abortion is. Okay. I'm not the one. Yeah. Like my opinion matters. All right. About abortion. Like, okay. So that's like the first thing I said. Yeah. And then the second one was, okay, well, then you got to, if you're going to be that way about abortion, you got to address all the passages in the Bible where God is just willy-nilly killing kids, killing women.
Right. Drowning the earth,
killing pregnant women, and all that stuff.
All the animals on the earth except 2 or except 7, whichever, because the Bible contradicts itself when he says how many animals go on the ark. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. And so he wanted to get away from that and wanted to basically say, you know, you're just cherry picking. I'm like, nope, not doing that. You know, so if we, so I guess with Jeffrey Schmammer, if we just call him a bad guy, I guess we're just cherry picking because he only unalived 13 people. You need to unalive everybody he saw, just 13 of them. So we're just cherry picking all the times he just unalived people.
Right.
Just ridiculous. DJ Scorpio, how you doing? Oh, I think he requested up by accident. I think everybody should gift DJ Andre Scorpio because you know what was happening is DJ Andre Scorpio was tapping the like button and then he accidentally requested up. So thought I brought him up to say, you know, he wanted to say hello, but we should give him gifts for that, right? Because that is fantastic.
No, I'm sorry. That was an accident.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We love that. We love happy accidents like that. That's why I asked everyone to give you some gifts because you were doing it in the spirit of supporting the live. So I appreciate that.
Yes. I'm so sorry. I am on y'all's side.
Oh yes, I know. I figured you were friendly and wanted to say something, but that's okay. No, that's okay. No, I think the ones we like the best, DJ, are the ones who do request up accidentally and they've been in the queue for a long time and they like do something like fall asleep or they just go do some stuff and they're just listening to their phone. They're not even looking at their phone. And then we have them up here for like an hour. and they have no idea. I love that.
Because
but we mute you, so nothing embarrassing happens or nothing like that, But no, I know it's all in the good spirit of support. So no, I love that. I appreciate that.
All right. Okay. All right.
Hey, thanks for the support, man. Have a good day.
All right. Bye.
All right. So yeah, we love that.
The very fun accidents.
Yes, love those happy accidents. And speaking of happy, we have Midwest up here, another friendly. How you doing, Midwest?
What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's good? I'm good. I'm good. Just doing my thing.
Jesus is the way, my brother. No, I'm fucking with you.
Oh man, we have to deconstruct you, man. Jessica, hold him down.
Yeah, I deserve a mute for that one. I'm gonna push you out, man. I'm going live tonight. I started doing my live.
Hey!
Now, of course, don't know. I'm not as knowledgeable as you, but I'm gonna give you some shout outs and some other people too. But
Okay.
yeah, just,
Well, we all need to follow Midwest and support Midwest. What do you know about what time you're going to go out?
I should be around 7.
Around 7?
6 or 7.
Okay, because I
get off work.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I stop around like 7 Eastern time. So is that about the same?
Oh, good. Then we won't overlap. Yeah. So
But you're
I guess
Eastern time, Midwest?
You're Eastern time, or you're going on like 7 Eastern time?
I'm
somewhere around there?
actually Mountain Central time. I'm in
Mountain
Arizona.
Central?
So
Okay.
it would
Okay.
be,
So you're like an hour ahead. Okay, so it's going to be like closer to like 5. Okay. So yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see you on. We're going to raid you then. That's what we're going to do.
What time is it
Right
for you
on,
right now,
right on.
Midwest?
1:51, about 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So in a couple hours. All right. So we know what to do.
All right, I'm
we're
gonna push you right
yeah.
now. I'm gonna share.
I appreciate you, man. And yeah, so in the land of the Sun Devil, he's in Arizona. So we got ourselves a Sun Devil.
Right.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a Wolverine fan, I know.
There you go.
Even though I grew up in Michigan, I know. It's crazy. But yeah.
Okay, so that's
All
what
right,
we're going to
man.
do. We're all going to raid
Appreciate it.
Midwest
Keep doing
today.
what you're doing. Keep it up.
Hey, absolutely. Won't stop.
Thank
Can't
you.
stop, won't stop. All right, man. Appreciate you. Have a good one.
Look out for the raid.
Yep, look
Well,
out
he
for the
said
raid.
it's 2 o'clock there, so 7 o'clock is in like 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, that's like later, huh? Yeah, I'll be gone.
Yeah.
I'll be gone by then. All right. Oh, well.
That's 5 hours, yeah.
Oh, well. Yeah. I'll be off by then. I keep thinking, because I keep thinking I'll be on to like 7 Eastern time-ish.
Yeah, that's why I asked him, what time is it, so I can just
Yeah.
add the time. And
Yeah.
Only 2, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Arizona time. They're like on their own thing. Like they don't change their time zone. It's just
Yeah.
Arizona time. Yeah. But yeah, right now it's like Pacific, and then they change, like, because then they're like an hour ahead or whatever.
Right.
So okay. All right. So let's see. Let's see what we got going on in the YouTube queue. Nobody there. Yeah. So if you are on YouTube and you want to join, the link does get posted automatically in the chat on YouTube. So, and it also scrolls above my head. So you're more than welcome to do that. But we'll go back to TikTok. Yeah. All right. Oh, we've got some previous guests, but we're gonna pull some new ones up. All right. Let's go to Pokeplanet.
Yeah.
It's our next one. How's it going?
Yeah, it's going well. How are you?
Doing well. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I'm a man and 33.
Okay. Appreciate you giving us your sex. We wanted to know like which pronouns we should use for you. Like he? Okay, thank you.
He,
all right.
him.
All right. Which God do you believe in?
It's hard to say, actually. I don't really have a definite belief. I just had a few questions to ask.
Oh, okay. Well, do you believe in a mind that created the universe?
In a what?
A mind that created the universe.
A mind? I honestly, there's the creation of the universe is there's so many layers to that. It's not even that I believe a mind created it, like, or didn't create it. It's just, how do we know?
Okay, so it sounds like you're like more on the agnostic, not sure. That's what I asked. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Not sure.
All right.
It's just
I mostly do this to talk with theists who do believe, but I'll do a question. Yeah. What question do you have?
Well, I mean, I don't say that I don't believe in the in an all powerful being.
Yeah. I prefer to talk to people who believe like in a mind that created the universe, like a creator, or like a theist God or something like that. Yeah, that's what I mean.
There's definitely a creator.
There is a
accidentally creator. There's a creator, just like you and I were created.
Okay, in the sense that they created with intent.
With intent?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Do you believe that?
I don't know. It's not about what I believe. It's about what I know, right?
Well, I want to talk to people. I want to talk to people who believe that. I have a filter. I don't want to just talk to anybody. I want to talk to people who believe that. But I will entertain a question from you.
Well, my question is, because you keep quoting scripture. I was very fascinated by this conversation. But the scripture that you're quoting, I just wanted to know, was that the original tongue that was used?
Yeah, it's from what's called the New Revised Standard Version, which is the scholarly translation from, well, in this case, it was the ancient Greek. Yeah. So it's Greek scholars who have translated this.
Okay. Just quick question. If you don't believe in a God, correct?
Yeah.
But you believe that the man that wrote that translated it correctly?
No. What I'm saying is it's not a man. Okay. First of all, it's a group of scholars, of people of all different genders. Yeah. Women, men, non-binaries, etc. It's a group of people who corroborated, who collaborated and translated this. So it is a scholarly translation. It's what you would find if you were to enter seminary college, like an accredited one, a legitimate one. They will hand you a version, the New Revised Standard Version. That's what they will hand you. So that's the one that we use. And I'm doing something called an internal critique. So when Christians come up and start spouting all these things, and I just go to the Bible and say, well, wait a minute, this is what your Bible says. So what's going on?
The first thing I noticed about Christians that they don't understand the paradoxes that are within the Bible. And the thing that I understand about atheists is that they do see them, but they don't understand them that well.
Yeah. So what is it that I don't understand about the Bible?
The problem is that if you understand that people contradict themselves all the time, you would understand that the Bible that was revised by people probably were the ones who created the contradiction.
Okay, so what makes you think I don't understand that?
Because you're using scripture to basically break down the belief that Christians have. Okay. But the scripture that you're using is scripture that's been revised by mankind.
What makes you think that I don't understand that, though? Because you do realize these people believe this, right? They think this is the inerrant word of God. And so
but you don't.
Exactly. So if I'm using to demonstrate to them that there are problems with it, I'm not sure how you think that I don't understand. Yeah. So what makes you think that I don't? What makes you think that I don't? What makes you think that I don't understand that?
Because you're not proving that this powerful being doesn't exist.
Who
you're
said
just
that
proving
I'm trying to do
contradiction. You're saying there's contradictions within the text.
Okay, but who said I'm trying to prove he doesn't exist?
What are you trying to do then?
When did I say that?
I just want to know what's your end goal here.
My end goal? Okay, could have started with that. That's probably your question you wanted to ask me. Okay, so my end goal is to get evidence that God is real. That's why I ask, what is your best evidence that God is real? That's my end goal.
Best evidence?
Yeah.
Science has proven. I mean, science proves that there's a creator.
Okay, that's great, and I agree with you. But you do realize that there are a lot of people who don't believe that.
That don't believe in science?
Correct. I get them on my live every day.
Science is essentially the understanding of the universe, and the understanding of the universe is. How do I explain this to people that don't understand it? So, if you're trying to understand the creation.
Okay. Well, you're speaking to the choir here, but hey, is there anything else you wanna talk to us about? Any other questions?
I just wanted to know what was your end game. So you actually do believe or you don't believe? Because it says you're an atheist.
I don't believe, but that doesn't mean it's settled. It means that we still need to get evidence. Like you would agree that science just doesn't stop once they develop a theory. They don't stop learning. They don't stop trying to find out, right? They keep going, right? That's what I'm doing. I keep going.
Okay, so
because it's possible that there could be some evidence out there. I'm holding open the possibility.
This is where I need you to like really use your imagination here. Can you teach quantum physics to a monkey?
No, I cannot.
No. So what do you think that
I couldn't teach quantum physics to a human? So I mean, I don't know quantum physics that well.
Do you think a person that's capable of teaching quantum physics can do it to an animal?
Do you think a person who is capable of teaching quantum physics can teach an animal?
Yeah,
I would say no, because the
percentage of difference that we have between an ape?
Yeah, I'm still not sure.
Your best evidence for God?
I'm getting to it. The point is that the percentage is less than 3% of a difference between us and apes.
Okay.
Of DNA. So what do you think a 1% difference between us and a higher deity is?
Okay.
I'm a human that can't understand quantum physics.
Yeah. So,
that's understandable.
So help me out here.
There are humans that don't understand it.
I'm totally lost here. Okay. Where we going with this?
Something as simple as speech, right?
Okay.
What are you trying to point out?
Where are we going with this?
Can I have the thing is that where we're going with this is that you want to say that. You're asking me how. So this is what you asked me. You asked me that you're looking for evidence, right? That God exists.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you that if the evidence does exist, what makes you believe you can understand it?
The reason why is because anything that exists in our real
I don't think
world.
either one of us can. I don't
Okay,
think
are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me finish?
You
Or
asked Trust a question.
yeah, I have a feeling that you're just up here to hear yourself talk. You're actually not up here to answer questions, understand, or anything like that. So, okay, so the way if we are presented evidence of existence, yes, we can understand it. Just like we know that like consciousness exists, we know that thoughts exist, we know that numbers exist, we know that gravity exists. These are all things we can't see, smell, touch, taste, feel, right? We know that space exists. So yeah, so it's the same thing. We have evidence for all of this. Gravity doesn't exist?
What if it doesn't exist?
Okay.
What if we misunderstand what gravity is?
Then we will change our beliefs on that, right? That's how it works, right? So that's part of the scientific. That's part of science. It's part of the scientific method.
We believe.
All right.
Gravity
Hey,
exists.
Pokey, I'm gonna let you go because I want to talk to people who believe. But hey, I appreciate you coming up. All right. So, okay. So, if you are a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, okay, I'm pretty sure I said that at the beginning when he was up in the guest queue, but you have to be a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, or at minimum, a mind that created the universe. Please also be at least 18, not driving, and have evidence that God is real. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. All right, because I'm only on here for so long, people, and I want to maximize the time that I have. All right, so okay, we'll go with. All right, looks like we have Scorpio. How's it going, Scorpio?
Doing good.
Good.
I just have a very simple question.
Yeah, first, can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I'm a man.
Okay.
And
that's your sex? That's awesome that you're a man. Now, which pronouns do you prefer people use for you? Because we've got men who use they, them, they, them.
I don't know about none of that. I'm an 80s baby. So I go with the original.
Okay. I'm a 70s baby. Are they coming after you, bro? Do you need to go?
No.
Okay.
I just got off work. I'm heading home.
Okay. All right. All right. So do you want us to use she, her for you then? Is that fine?
I'm not no she, her. I'm a man.
Okay. So what pronouns you don't use the pronouns she, her. Okay. What pronouns do you want people to use for you? If you don't want it to be she, her.
It's a sir. I mean, it's really simple.
That's not a pronoun.
Oh my gosh.
It's not a pronoun.
I'm a grown ass man.
Wonderful. So am I.
I don't need. Well,
so
I don't understand why you talk about pronouns for when you already know.
You don't know what pronouns are. I, we, they, us, our, you, your.
I'm a single person.
You're a single person. Okay. And what pronouns would you like us to use for you?
Fuck. I am him, okay?
Him. Thank you.
Damn.
That was
really. It shouldn't have to be that hard.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
It
should
really
not have to be
shouldn't
that hard. All you got to do is just say my pronouns are he, him.
You
If
could have
that's
just
what
said
they are.
him in the beginning.
Yeah.
No,
we ain't got to waste time on
You
this.
got to say pronouns
Because that's part of the rules of my life. That's what I do. So, which God do you believe in?
I believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay. And before you said you had a question, and then after your question, I'm going to need your evidence. So what's your question?
Honestly, I just have one question. I mean, what do you consider evidence? What I might consider evidence for me and my beliefs might not be the same for you.
Anything that increases the probability of something being true. So for example, would you say there's okay, so faith is your evidence?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means every religion is true because everybody in every religion has faith. So that means every religion is true.
I said my personal faith.
Okay,
now I'm not going to knock anyone else's. I'm not going to knock anyone else's faith.
Is your mother real?
They have the right to believe what they believe in.
Yeah. Is your mother? Okay, is your mother real? And how do we know that?
Because she's dead.
She's dead, but she was real at one time. She used to be, but your mother was a real person at one time.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we know she's a real she was a real person?
Just like I fucking touched her, I hugged her. She's my mom. That's the person I came from.
And other people saw her too?
Yes.
Okay, and other people talked to her? Other people maybe wrote her
Yes.
emails, wrote her letters, sent her text messages, all that stuff, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
that's the kind of evidence, something like that would be good evidence that God is real. Okay?
Well, here's the question then.
Okay.
Air. You know, air is real, but you can't see it.
Yes, but we can
You can see
measure
the
it.
effects of it.
Yeah, we can measure it. So how do you suppose then, Scorpio, that we figured out that the breakdown of the type of molecules that are in the air? Like we know the percentages of oxygen, the percentages of nitrogen, the percentages
It's
of
all
carbon dioxide.
science.
Yeah, how did we figure that out if we can't see air?
Honestly, for me, it's faith. Just because you can't see something, can't
Okay.
believe you don't believe in it.
Okay, so did we use faith to determine how much oxygen is in the air?
No.
Okay, so how did we do that?
Again, I don't have your answers you're looking for. You're
Okay.
looking for scientific answers.
Okay, that's fine. You
just
don't know.
saying
That's
one
fine.
question.
I don't know is a good answer. But that's the standard that I'm looking for is some type of evidence. If this God interacts with our world, then there should be some clues that this God, like there's clues that your mother interacted in this world, right? There's clues. We should be able to have those same clues for same clues for this God. Shouldn't be anything different. If this God is real. If this God is,
hold on. Scorpio,
Yeah.
are you driving?
No, I'm walking.
it's walking.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
But yeah,
go ahead.
so that's thank you, Jessica. So yeah, if this God is interacting with this world, right? And it's talking to people, there's some people who claim that it talks, if it's answering prayers, there should be some type of clues that it leaves behind. And there's no clues that it leaves behind. So don't believe it.
That's your right not to believe, though, correct?
Yeah. So give me some evidence that this God is real what else besides faith?
That's what I have. I mean, mine is really simple. I'm not
That's all you got.
complex.
Okay. That's all you
I
got.
believe what I believe in.
Okay. And how do you know what you
anybody
believe in
else.
is true? Because you would say Hindus have faith, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
So
their
do they?
faith. That's what they
Yeah.
choose.
So that means that Hinduism is true, right? Because they believe it.
If that's what they choose and that's what they believe in,
Well-
I can't say they're wrong or right.
Right. But do you need faith to believe that 1 + 1 = 2?
No,
Or-
that's science and math.
That's science and math. But we know that. But 1 + 1 = 2 is objectively true, right? Doesn't matter if
Right.
anyone believes 1 + 1 = 3. Okay, your mother being alive is your mother who was alive, who did exist at one time, that is objectively true, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not up to interpretation. She existed.
No.
Perfect. So
But that was
that's-
my question, though.
yeah. But so that's what I'm.
your interpretation as evidence?
Okay, but
Like, I
that
can't
is
tell
the
you what your
interpretation of
evidence
evidence. It is like objective facts, objective data that increase the probability that God is real. That's what I'm looking
Right.
for. Okay, just like there's
What
objective data that increases the probability that your mother existed at one time. We have objective facts. Probably, yeah. May she rest in peace. She probably has a grave somewhere, right, with a headstone, right?
Yeah.
So if somebody really wanted to, they could really verify that she was real at one time, that she existed. That's the kind of evidence that I'm looking for. Yeah, we can do the same
But
thing with
for
my dad.
me-
My dad died too. We can do the same
Yeah.
thing with my dad.
But all I'm saying is, I might not have the evidence that you choose, right? I could say as many things as I want, but if you're not believing in the evidence that you don't believe in, which I'm not saying you're right or wrong, I'm just saying
Okay.
that's your belief.
So if, for example, if you asked me if my dad existed, because my dad died too. Let's just say you asked me my dad existed and I said yes, and you said, can you give me evidence of that? And if I say, well, here are a bag of oranges, is that evidence?
To me, life is evidence
Okay.
of a creator.
I don't think you heard did you hear my question?
Yes, I did. And I
Okay.
just said I believe in life.
Okay.
Life for me is a creator.
Okay,
I
how
mean,
does that
you
answer my
wouldn't be here
question?
with you just said for evidence, right?
No. I think did you hear my question?
I'm listening.
Okay. Did you hear my question though?
What you asked for was evidence, right?
No. So the question I had was, if you asked me for evidence that my dad used to be alive, and I hand you a bag of oranges, is the bag of oranges evidence?
No.
Okay. And can you interpret it to be evidence?
No.
Perfect. So that means that you need objective facts, objective data to determine if indeed my dad used to exist at one time, right? So a bag of oranges, even though it is fact, bag of oranges exist, that doesn't help you determine whether or not my dad used to live at one time, right? So you telling me I have faith and other people have faith and we just have to interpret it, that doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me whether or not this God is real.
I'm not telling you have to have faith or anything. You asked me my belief. My belief is my faith.
Right.
Now,
and so I'm asking you, how do you know that's true? How do you know your belief is true?
Through faith. That's my truth. That's my personal truth.
So then that means that Hindus have the real faith as well.
It's possible.
Okay, so you should be a Hindu then, right?
No, I know what my faith is.
Okay, so how do you know the faith that you have is true? How do you know it's true?
Because evidence throughout history of the Bible and sites, places, and things.
Because 8 minutes to get to that.
Countries and areas.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is.
So,
what is your best piece of evidence?
I just told you my best piece of evidence.
Okay, so
you just made a whole list.
Knights Templar. You have the
Knights
places
Templar?
where you have the Knights Templar. Then you have Ethiopia. There's sites for churches. Some of the oldest texts that you have, the Dead Sea Scrolls. There's so many different things, but that might not be your interpretation of evidence.
Okay,
that's
so
all
then
I'm
that
saying.
okay, so then that means then that the Quran is true because because it mentions Medina, which is an actual place. It mentions Mecca, which is an actual place. There's evidence that Muhammad existed. Okay, so you should be a Muslim.
No, it shouldn't. Okay, I choose to be what my faith is.
So again,
why do you choose that?
Yeah.
Again, that's just my preference. That's what I believe in. That's my personal faith.
Okay.
I'm not going to push my faith.
If what you believe in is true or not?
I care that if I die, at least I did what I could do properly. That's what I care about.
Did you research to see that other religions are not the true religion?
I don't need to do research if I believe in what I believe in. If you go to a store, do you care if what you believe is true? I don't care what other people think if I believe what I believe in.
Do you care if what you believe is true?
Yeah. That's how come I believe what I believe in.
How do you know
it
is true? How do you know it is true?
Because there's facts, history based, and everything else. Again, it's
but there's
evidence.
facts, history based for all the other religions also.
Yeah.
So what makes your religion any different?
Again, I just said I can present all these different things, but if you're not believing it's the true evidence, no matter what I say will convince you.
Do you know why we don't believe it's true evidence? Do you know why we don't believe that?
That's what my question was in the beginning.
Well, I'm trying to explain to you. Do you know why? When you present these things like historical facts, historical evidence, do you know why that doesn't do anything for us?
Because you choose that or however you believe. That's not
the reason why. No. The reason why, Scorpio, is exactly what Philly just said, just the way she asked it, which was beautiful. The reason why is because every religion has the exact same evidence. So give us a way, Scorpio, that we, the three of us, can determine which of these beliefs is true. Yours, or Hindus, or Muslims, Buddhists, Norse pagans. Yeah. Give us a way that we, because it's all looking the same to us. It looks exactly the same. So give us a way that we can.
It's gonna look the same, but logically there is I'll be real. I believe in my faith. I believe in what I choose. I'm not gonna put my faith on no one else that doesn't like it. I'm not gonna disrespect.
We're not asking you to force. We're not asking you to force anything on anybody. What we're trying to be convinced.
But that's.
We're trying.
But that's my point.
We're asking you to convince us.
Trust. Scorpio doesn't care. He hasn't looked at the other religions. Scorpio has no reason to believe that his religion is true and others are false. So how do we also know that they're false and mine is true?
Well, it kind of goes both ways, right? Because yours could be false and one of theirs can be true.
We're gonna find out.
Okay, so
when we die, that's how we find out.
Okay, so what if it is Islam, and you were
Then
wrong?
I chose the wrong one.
And then you're good with being in hell forever?
Well, shit, it happens.
It happens. Well, you know what? I'll give them that because friends, this is what
right.
people ask us all the time, right? They ask us, "Hey, what if you're wrong?" And a lot of times we'll just, we'll do the what is it called? The Pascal's wager. But we also will say at the end, well, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, it's a 1 in 4,000 shot or whatever it is, right? He's kind of saying the same thing, to be honest. Yeah,
It's
you're
all
kind of
I'm
saying
really
the same thing.
Is like, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody else.
We're not asking you to. We just want to know why you know it's true. But it doesn't sound like you don't know why it's true.
No, for me it's true. But, I don't have the answers that you want because the simple fact is, like I said, what are the evidence that you choose that you would consider right or wrong or what you show? That's all I'm asking.
But again, evidence, just like I pointed out to you, evidence can be objective, right? Just like evidence for your... Just like, well, not everything, but everything, like for your mother, there's objective evidence that she was that she existed at one time, right? There's objective evidence that my dad existed at one time. That's the type of evidence we're looking for. Facts, data. That's what we're looking for. But it doesn't sound like you have any of that.
But like you said,
even
all the
care
facts
about
that,
evidence.
Yeah.
But like I said, you could put as many places, things, and everything else, just like everything else in this world. And you can either say it's a fact or not a fact. I'm not going to say or try to prove to you something that you don't believe in.
Okay, so what is a fact about your mother that somebody could say is not a fact?
She ain't dead?
That's not a fact. I'm asking you a fact that about her that someone would say it's not a fact. Like, was she a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a fact, right? So who would say that's not a fact? That's an opinion. That's subject to, that's my interpretation. Who would say that?
You know what? I don't want to waste your time. I was just going to ask you straight out, like, what would you consider evidence for yourself?
All right, I told you.
I don't have the answers you're seeking for. I just know that I believe in my personal faith.
All right, well, sounds good.
And
well, hey,
I still respect it.
Okay, well, Scorpio, I appreciate you coming up. Have a good day. Yeah.
Woo.
They didn't want to waste my time. Well, too late for that.
The question that I just want to ask somebody like that is, if you care about believing what is true, why have you not done any due diligence?
Right. Exactly.
He didn't care. He was comfortable.
He
in
didn't
his
care.
faith.
He just said he cared. Yeah.
Yeah, he said he cared, but he didn't really care. He's just good where he is. Yeah. Just not that important to him. There's people like that, and it's like, okay, you do you. I just hope he's not voting to take rights away based on that belief that he cannot even give reasons that it's true. That's when it gets dangerous. I just know because I know, and then I'm going to start voting this way because of whatever reasons, I don't know. But for whatever reasons, then he is, yeah. But for whatever reasons, Philly, you and Jessica, you should not have choice over your bodies. I can't tell you why, but that's just the way it is because I believe in my God.
Right. The math is not mathing.
Yeah, that's just super dangerous. That is really dangerous. So, yeah. I mean, I think that's what the big the misunderstanding is. I mean, we're trying to help you guys out. We're trying to get the evidence out of you.
Yeah, T-Bone, we're literally answering that question now. He's like, if you don't believe in God, why do you talk about him so much? He's literally saying that now, that these people who believe in this God restrict women's rights. They antagonize the LGBT. They make laws. So that's why we have to talk about it, because you're harming other people for a religion that you can't even prove.
They're
that's
harmful.
why we talk about it.
Yeah, beliefs without evidence more often than not are harmful. It's what stuff like this is what led to the Schmolocaust. It's what has led to all kinds of atrocities, all kinds.
Yep.
And so all right, let's go to the next one. So again, if you're in the queue, please be at least 18, a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, or at least a mind that created the universe. Please be not driving and have evidence that your God is real. So let's do my ink wet. Like they're having trouble connecting. Might be the Holy Spirit Wi-Fi. We'll find out here. So, okay, my ink wet. Why don't you request back up? Looks like you're not connecting. Let's go with. Ooh. Okay. This might go a little bit different here. Abdul Sisse. Sisse? How's it going, Abdul?
Sisse? How's it going, Abdul? How are you, sir?
Doing well. Thanks for asking. There's an echo. I'm not sure. You might want to switch to another hearing device or another mic. Take yourself off speaker.
Can you hear me clearly now? Take yourself off speaker.
You can, but I can hear myself too.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me clearly now?
I can hear you clearly. I cannot hear me. That's even better. All right.
Hold on. Oh,
no. You're good. I can hear you fine now. I can hear you fine. There might be a delay.
Okay, hold on.
That was the biggest echo I ever heard.
Right?
Okay. Hello?
Yep. All right. Are you driving?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Are you driving?
Yes, but
all right. Sorry, I gotta pull you down. I just said can't be driving. So, all right. So, I'll say it again. Please be a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. At least 18. Please be not driving. If you are driving, pull over. Stop. Pull over into a safe area because that is against TikTok terms of service. Even hands-free cannot be driving and living. Please be, let's see, I did the believer God of the Bible, at least 18. Oh, also, have evidence that God is real. So let's go to MJames. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, doing well. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I'm 46 years old.
All right. And which pronouns would you like us to use for you?
Well, before that, I heard you was talking to, what's his name again? The one I was talking to before.
Oh, I'm not sure. But yeah, before we move forward, I just need to know what pronouns you'd like us to use for you.
MJ.
MJ? Those are letters.
Yeah.
Okay. But pronouns, you know what pronouns are?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what pronouns would you like us to use for you?
It's whatever. I just want to get my point across.
Okay. She, her? We good with that?
She, her.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be funny?
Well, you won't give us your fucking pronouns. It's an easy question, bro. Just give us your pronouns. That's all we need. What pronouns would you?
He,
him?
Whatever.
Okay. There we go. All right. Which God do you believe in?
I believe in Jesus Christ.
All right. Okay. What do you want to say?
All I want to say, he was just trying to explain himself, but I guess he didn't have the evidence. But people who go through evidence and knows there's a lot going on in this world that people try to deny Jesus Christ. But I believe there is a God who lives.
Okay.
Because I didn't experience it.
You have an experience? Okay. So then that means that Hinduism is true, right? Because I've talked to a Hindu monk who had an experience that told him that Hinduism is true.
Hinduism is true when you want to believe. Muslim is true when you want to believe what you want. They got demons around it.
So if I want to believe that 1 + 1 = 3, does that mean it's true?
It is true.
It is true. If I want to believe that 1 + 1 = 3 is true, then 1 + 1 = 3.
That's up to how your mind
but is it
operates.
true?
It's not true, but that's how your mind operates.
Okay.
But listen.
So that means, okay, so let's go back to the Hindu monk with Hinduism.
No, but
is
I heard you
Hinduism
call it-
true because the Hindu monk believes it?
I don't believe in Hinduism. Whoever want to believe in Hinduism,
Okay.
that's them.
It's not what I asked you. What I asked you is it true?
No, it's not.
Okay. So just because you believe something doesn't make it true, and just because you've had an experience doesn't mean it's true, right?
Well, my experience was real because Jesus.
Okay, but his experience is real. He had a real experience. That's what he told me. So is he lying?
I had a real experience too.
Okay, so that means then that the Christianity is true and Hinduism is true because he told me he had a real experience.
Well, that's him. The demon could come in as an angel of light too.
Well, then, according to him, the Maya has been pulled over your eyes and you're delusioned. That's what he says. Well, that's what he says because you just said he had an experience that makes it true.
I said that's his experience.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm trying to understand from you, MJ, this is what I'm trying to understand, MJ. Your experience makes it true for you. You're saying your experience makes it true, but his experience makes his not true.
My experience, if you listen, my experience makes it true for everybody. If you just let me,
he would say the same thing. Okay, but no, I don't want to hear your experience. I want to hear why his experience. Why does his experience not count and yours counts? You got to explain to us why.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
Let me tell you, because I believe in Jesus Christ, right?
Okay, and how does that matter?
There is demons out here acting like angels of light.
Okay, how do we know that? How do we know that's true?
Because it's all around us.
What do you mean? How do you know where are these demons? How do we know that these are all demons?
There's demons around you right now.
How do we know?
Huh?
You're just saying there's demons all around. Where? How do you know that these demons are around? What is your evidence that they are around?
There's demons talking through you right now.
Because of the testimony. Okay, so how do you know? What is your evidence?
There is a demon talking to you right now.
There's a demon.
I have a question for you.
All right, you give it a shot, Phil.
How do you know that your experience wasn't a demon?
Let me tell you, the Bible says in the last days there'll be antichrist, there'll be people denying Christ, self-lovers.
That's not answering her question.
We need to answer the question. How do you know? Well, say it again, Philly. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. How do you know that your experience wasn't with a demon?
Oh, so now you believe in demons?
No. Okay, let's not pivot. Let's not pivot.
I'm asking you, MJ, how you know.
You try to turn it around.
MJ,
huh?
This is a very simple question.
Okay.
How do you know that your experience was not with a demon?
Because it was so real.
And
I faced death. I went to hell and came back. I went to hell. I saw hell.
Real?
I saw heaven.
Are you saying
and I came
demons
back.
cannot be
and how,
real?
Yeah, you're saying
I saw heaven.
Okay.
I saw hell.
Okay,
and I came
you're
back.
not even.
He's not even tracking. Okay, so
not even engaging.
Not even engaging. So,
no, but
the Hindu.
I just answered your question.
Okay, so the Hindu said his experience. So the Hindu said his experience is real. That means it was true. We're just going back to this.
Oh, what did the Hindu experience?
He said that he did some meditation and he tapped in. He met the singular consciousness who gave him all of this information, which tells him he knows that Hinduism is true. So that's his experience. He said it was very real. Okay. So then that means it's true, right?
Okay. Let me talk to you for a little bit.
I just need to answer something. Hold on. I just need to answer my question. I just need a yes or no answer. Hold on. I just need you to answer yes or no, and then you can explain. Was his experience true? Yes or no?
It's not, because the mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Okay,
Listen,
so then how do you know your experience was true?
You?
Yeah. How do you know your experience was true?
My experience was true because of my situation at that time, and then he brought me back to life.
Your situation at that time. Okay, so you had an NDE. All right. So why do so
NDE?
Many people?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's called a near-death experience. You had a near-death experience. That's what that is.
And
So
and it's real. It's
okay,
real.
how do you
Y'all
know it's
gotta
real?
believe that.
How do you
It's
know
real
it's how do you know?
because I felt hell. It was
How
real.
do you know you
Thomas.
felt hell and it's not a hallucination?
It's not a hallucination. I was
How do
right
you
there. My
know?
spirit was right
How
there.
do you
My
know?
spirit, my spirit
How
was right there.
do you know?
I'm telling you, my spirit was right there.
Okay, how do you know you have a spirit?
How do I know I have a spirit? I was
Yeah.
made in the image of God.
How do you know that?
It says it.
And how do we know that's true?
So how okay, let me
How
ask
do we
you a
know
question.
how do we know the Bible's true?
Okay. You asked me a question. Can I ask you a question? How do you
After
know
you answer my
there's
question,
not
how
a
do you
God?
know the
How
Bible
do
is
you know
true?
there's not a God?
Okay.
You just asked me a question that I
how do you
believe in
know?
God.
Because you keep making claims. You're not giving us any evidence. I need you to
I'm giving
answer
you
this
evidence,
question.
but you don't want
You
to
haven't given
listen.
any evidence. You've given us claims.
Because
What is the difference between a claim
it's
and
true what the
evidence?
Bible say.
Okay.
What they believe in.
What is the difference
they
between
believe in
claim and
false.
evidence?
And he done
What
give
is
them
the
he done give
difference
them
between claim
a
and
reprobate
evidence?
mind. You know
Okay.
what is a reprobate mind?
Okay, I'm going to mute you because you're not tracking and you're not engaging here. Refusing to engage. I don't want anybody fucking preaching up on my live, okay? We're going to have a conversation, but part of having a conversation is answering questions. And if you keep dodging my questions, if you keep not answering my questions, it gets very frustrating. And then you get muted because you're going to start doing all this stuff. So I'm going to ask you one more time. How do you know the Bible is true? Okay, I'm going to unmute you. How do you know the Bible is true? Go ahead, MJ. You're unmuted now. I just need you to know how you know the Bible is true. Oh, there we go. Let's unmute you again. Oh, it says I can invite you to mute in 30 seconds. So you're just going to have to unmute yourself. You can do that. Are you still there with us, MJ? Looks like we lost him.
I think, yeah, TikTok's doing this new thing where they have to stay muted for 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So I guess after the 30 seconds, he'll be able to unmute.
Okay. I just wish they would just give you the power to mute and unmute. Yeah, I did. I don't think we ever had him.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
Yeah. I don't think we
You
ever
can be
had
able to
him.
unmute now. You can unmute now, MJ.
All right, try to unmute now.
There's a button at the bottom of the screen that looks like a little microphone that you can tap to unmute yourself so that we can hear you.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, we can
Okay,
hear you
so
now.
so what's the answer to my question?
Okay, rephrase that for me because I was trying to look at the screen and I'm thinking y'all was playing with me and stuff like that,
No,
but
we're
it was
not.
my fault.
Okay, so the question is, how do you know the Bible is true?
How do I know the Bible is true? I just told you because I was raised up in a Catholic family and I was wild out there until I experienced God.
Okay.
Could you believe me when I say that?
Okay, so you experience God. So you know the Bible is true because you experience God. And how do you know you experience God?
Because I was there.
Because you were there. How do you know he spoke to you?
He still speaks to me right now.
Okay, how do you know that?
Hold on for a minute. How do I know that?
Yeah, how do you know
Because
that?
of the experience. Because of the experience.
But how do you know the experience is true?
It is because it was real.
Okay.
It was not a dream. It was not a vision.
Okay. I gotta remove you, MJ, for some reason. I'm sorry. I gotta pull you down. It's saying it was removing you. And so I got a message that said remove you because some of the themes are.
Oh yeah, you can't smoke on live.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. That's what it is. Yeah. You can't use substances on a camera. So we had to pull you down. So
TikTok
MJ,
message you?
Yeah, he sent me a message. That's why. Yeah, because of the.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did. All right, let's go. Let's try back Abdul Sisse. See if we got the sound issues all worked out. Oh yeah, you got to stop. See if you stop driving.
Not driving.
Abdul,
Yes,
have you pulled over?
Oh no, I'm good now.
Okay, you're not driving anymore. Okay, very good.
No.
Okay, Abdul. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
My age is 65.
65. Okay. And what pronouns would you prefer us to use? Like she, her, they, them, it, us, he, him? He, him. Okay, fantastic. All right. And Abdul, which God do you believe in?
I believe in Jesus Christ.
Jesus. Okay. All right. What's your best evidence that God is real?
My best evidence that God is real is based on the scripture.
Based on the scripture.
Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1.
Okay.
It says, Hebrew chapter 11, verse 1.
Mm-hmm. It says, hope, faith is the hope of the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Okay. So how does this prove that God is real?
Yeah, the evidence of things not seen. I believe
evidence
by
of things not seen.
Yeah, the reason why I joined the program is because of I think that before this guy, the other guy, the other guy who was discussing with you based on faith. There is nothing I can give to you as an evidence, right?
Okay.
Other than me hoping for the substance of thing, and then believe that, and believe and hope that it exists. Because if I look at my life, personally, I don't know how I came to being.
All right. Hey, listen, Abdul, I'm going to move on to the next guest because I can't have this conversation 3 times in a row. So thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. I'm sorry. I cannot have the it's faith conversation 3 fucking times in a row. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it.
We don't blame you.
Yeah. I was like, if there was a brick wall like nearby, I'd be slamming my head against it right now. So I can't do it. So, all right. So if you are in the queue, please be at least 18, a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. Please do not be ingesting any substances while on camera. Like if you do, just keep your camera off and don't tell us about it. Please don't be driving. I can't believe I have to say this shit. This is like within TikTok terms. Please don't be driving. And also please have evidence that your God is real. Okay. Our next guest is Jason Taylor. How's it going?
Good. And yourself?
Doing well. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I am 48, he, him.
Thank you. And which God do you believe in?
I am a Muslim.
Muslim. Okay. Justice for Aisha. Here we go. All right. What's your best evidence that God is real? Oh boy.
Okay. So before we get into the whole Aisha thing, I do have to say that y'all go ahead and ask some very valid questions and stuff like that. And there's been nothing but, oh, my faith answers. So I think, before anyone gets into the subject of, oh, this is my faith, this is what I believe in, you should get evidence that God exists. So, book aside and everything, does how can I explain this? Does something come from nothing?
No, and scientists would not agree with that either.
Exactly, right?
Are you willing to share with us your best evidence for God, though?
Oh yeah, of course.
Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this. I'm not trying to like my Christian brother in there, I'm not trying to say oh, this is what I believe in,
Okay.
so
hey, one little point of question for clarification. Are you what type of Muslim are you? Like what sect or?
So
there's different types. Yeah.
Right. I'm not a part of any sect. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said that the Muslim community or the Ummah would break off into 73 different sects, and the one that would go to heaven is the one that he and his Sahaba or his companions were on, and they were all Muslims. They didn't claim to be Sunni, Shia, Wahhabi, Salafi, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
There was none of that.
Well, the reason why I was also wondering if there was like the distinction of like if you might be a black Muslim or like the Nation of Islam or something like, because there's all these different designations.
No.
Okay, so you're okay, just a Muslim. All right, okay. I just wanted to clear that up. Okay, so you were going down that something from nothing, and then you were about to give us your evidence. Okay, what is it?
Right. So everything, for every cause, there's an effect, right?
Right. So okay. So every cause there's an effect, right? Okay.
Right. Every cause there's an effect.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are the effect, what's the cause?
Causes before us. So other like our parents. My parents caused me.
Our parents.
Yep.
Right. But eventually you get down to the first human being. What was the cause for the first human being?
Whatever their ancestor was on the evolutionary tree.
Yeah.
Whatever they evolved from.
And then when you get to the very first thing that would everything evolved from, what comes before that?
It would be inorganic molecules.
Organic molecules. Right.
So that turned into organic molecules and then turned into like amino acids and eventually RNA, then eventually DNA, then eventually like vesicles and protocells and cells and blah, 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 blah.
Right. But where did that come from?
Okay. That all came from the laws of physics. So are we going to get to your evidence or are you going to keep asking questions?
No, that's my point, right? That's my point.
Yeah.
Everything has a beginning point, and
can I interject?
Hold on just a sec. Hold on just a sec.
Yeah.
Every cause, every effect has a cause, right? So if every effect has a cause, there has to be a root to that effect. So you're listing all the effects.
Well, wait a minute. Why does there have to be a root?
Host, can I just interrupt, please, for a second?
Go ahead.
Jason, nobody on the panel cares if there is a God that exists. That's just a deistic God that hasn't communicated with us. We can grant you that a God exists and God has designed humans. Now, why is it Allah and why are you a Muslim named Jason?
Okay, so you're not looking for any faith-based answers, right? You're looking for evidence, right?
Yes.
So on here it says, I am an atheist. What's your best evidence that God is real?
That is specifically regarding your specific God.
Right.
Your specific God. Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as my specific God goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Bismillahir
You have good
Rahmanir
pronunciation
Rahim.
for Jason.
Yeah, I'm a revert. I'm a revert. But Allah says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Right?
That is not evidence.
Hold on. Before. So you're asking me about my faith and why it's Allah, right?
I'm asking you, what is the evidence? So
hold on.
You were saying that God is one, there is no equal to him, and nobody's equal to him in power is not evidence.
Even more specifically, what we're asking is, how do you know that's true? That may be a better.
Hold up. Let me finish what I was saying, right? So, there is nothing like unto him, right? So, what I am telling you now is that, Islam aside, right? Islam aside, there is nothing like unto him, right? There is nothing like unto him.
Well, that's certainly a claim. But how do we know that's true?
Yeah. So, exactly. That's what we're trying to get to.
Okay,
right?
let's get there.
So, science dictates cause and effect, right? For every effect,
there is
a cause.
Jason, I'm really sorry to interrupt. Just give me a chance, please. Give me a chance.
Hold on, wait.
I don't have much time.
Wait,
I don't have much time.
Hold on, Jason. Hold on. He's going to say something really fast. Just give it 1 second.
I really don't have much time. I have like 5 minutes before I have to go. Can we get to the point?
Okay.
I granted you that God exists. Why is it the God of the Quran? Again, just get to that point. God exists, sure. Cause and effect.
Okay.
The universe has a cause. The cause is God, and God made humans. Why is it Allah?
Okay, so now you are asking me about my faith, right? But
Yes.
but that's why I had brought up the surah that I just brought up, but this isn't about any specific faith, right? It's about the evidence of God.
Well, we're making it about your faith, but what we want to know is how do you know the surah is true? How do you know it's true?
Okay, so as Jessica stated, earlier, about doing due diligence, and she is absolutely 100% correct about that.
Okay.
I have done my due diligence, right? So there is over 1,000. There's over 1,000. The Quran is not a book of science. However, there is science throughout the Quran, right?
There is no single science related verse. Not a single one.
We reject that.
Look. Can I finish what I was saying?
Yes.
Sure, but we're going to correct you when we hear something that's false. There's nothing scientific about the Quran.
Not a single verse.
So there's tons of scientific facts within the Quran.
Give us an example. What's an example?
Okay, for example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, right, that there are two bodies of water that they meet and they do not mix, right? One salty, and one palatable, right? But there is a barrier between them. There's a barrier between them, and they do not mix, right?
Yeah, sure. Which two bodies of water?
Which two bodies? Just tell us the bodies of water. Yeah.
I got you, right? Where rivers meet the ocean, because the rivers flow into the ocean. Yes.
Jason,
yes.
Just a second.
Look. You have not let me finish.
Because again, we're gonna go to a steel point. We're gonna go to a steel point. When it says in the Quran, just a second.
You have not let me finish a full sentence.
Okay,
You have not let me finish a full sentence. You have not let me finish a full sentence.
Please speak faster, please.
Speak faster.
All right. Or for example, where the Mediterranean meets the Atlantic Ocean, right? The Mediterranean is freshwater. The
Mediterranean
Atlantic
is not freshwater. No, I live on the Mediterranean. It is very obviously not freshwater.
Mediterranean is not freshwater. No, it's
of course it is.
It is not. No.
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 Go look it up.
You 100% sure about that?
Go look it up.
I'm 100% sure about that. Is the Mediterranean fresh or salt water?
It is very obviously not freshwater.
Yeah, it's definitely not. The Mediterranean Sea is salt water. In fact, it is one of the saltiest seas in the world. Its salinity levels are higher than the Atlantic, generally ranging between 36 to 38 grams of salt per liter. That's really salty. Very high salinity.
Thank you for showing us the Mediterranean, Ems.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It is literally.
Hey. Okay. What about where the rivers? What about where the rivers?
It is not talking, Jason.
What about where the rivers
it is not talking about rivers. It is not talking about rivers. It says Maraj al-Bahraini yaltaqiyan. It is talking about Bahraini. Bahraini does not include rivers. Al-Nahr wal-Bahr are two different things. A sea is not a Nahr. That is number one. Number two, even then, the Quran is not talking about human seas. When you actually open up the interpretation of the companions of the Prophet, they tell you this is talking about the sea of the earth and the sea of the heaven.
Yeah. All right. And Jason,
what? No.
All right. Hey, Jason, they the chat voted to move on to the next guest, so it was an early kick poll. So I appreciate you coming up. All right. Hey, we made good use of your time, Ems. I know you had like 5 minutes, and you just debunked. Yeah. That was perfect. Perfect, Ems. All right. Good to see you, friend.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up.
Thank you for whoever sent the dragon. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you. Dr. Elijah, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, sir. Good to see you. Good to
Always
see
a
you.
pleasure to share space.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
With you, your amazing panel.
Oh,
always a pleasure.
Yeah, they are amazing. Are you fitting to join this amazing panel?
Look, it would be a pleasure to share space. You let me know what you need, and
stay up.
all
you got to do is stay and just do your thing.
Okay.
You know, that's all you got to
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yeah. I try to make it as easy as possible for my friends. You know what I mean?
I had a question for a couple of them, and you guys got them out of there too quick, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll catch the next one.
Yeah. We kind of had to. It was getting really hard to talk about like faith again and again and again. So
yeah, I hear you. And even with so the faith, you know, both in the Bible and in the Quran. If
The
you
Quran.
are
I'm just playing.
Quran,
I'm just playing. I'm making fun of the guests.
no. Please correct me. Help me out wherever I need it.
They guests kept saying Quran. Anyway, go ahead.
But both even. You speaking about, you know, I'm an atheist. What's your your best evidence? Evidence and faith are both two different things. Evidence is tangible and measurable. You know, faith is a belief. So with the gentleman that was a Muslim, and even some of the people who believe in Jesus, if you use your faith, you are openly admitting that this is not something that I know or can prove, because the very definition of faith is a belief. And if you go even deeper, and the argument, it really can't go far with me, because I know those books. But it is you will chant and literally say it is the evidence of things hoped for and the substance of things not seen. So you're openly saying, I've never seen this, and I'm just hoping that it's real.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm definitely a fan and love the work that you and Jessica and is it Philly
Philly, yes.
Philly, yes. I wanted to make sure that I said that right.
I don't think you two haven't met. I don't think you two have officially met. Yeah.
No, but
I don't think I've had the pleasure.
I've definitely watched and listened when you have been on the panel. I'm a fan of you too.
Oh, thank you guys. It's awesome to share space. So I'll hang out for a few, and then thank you.
All right. So I'll do a quick reset. If you're in the guest panel or guest queue, please be at least 18, a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran, or at minimum, a mind that created the universe. And also, please do not be driving. Please do not be ingesting any substances on camera that go against TikTok terms of service. And finally, we're going to ask you for evidence that God is real. So be ready for that too. All right, we'll go to Amaliyah, aka Ernestine. So we'll go to our next guest. How's it going?
Hello.
Hi. Can I get your age and pronouns, please? Or actually, just are you at least 18? And then what are your pronouns?
Yes. I'm a female for sure.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
You're female? All right. Well, we have females that use they, them. So is that the pronouns you would like us to use for you?
Well, no. You can call me Amaliyah. That's fine.
Amaliyah? Well, I don't want to sound like a caveman. Like, Amaliyah said this and Amaliyah said that. Yeah. Pronouns are so much easier. So what pronouns would you like us to use for you? He, him, they, them, she. There we go. Okay. Thank you. All right. And which God do you believe in?
I believe in the Most High, the God above all. Everybody is saying this God, that God. I believe in the God that is the Most High over all gods.
Which one is
Whether that be Christianity, the Torah, Allah, whatever that is.
Okay.
Hindu, it's the God above all gods.
The God above all gods. And did this God create the universe or create existence? You're teacupping. If you're away from the app, you just need to come back to the app so we can hear you. We can't hear you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So he's the indivisible God above all reality.
Sure.
He created everything.
He created everything. Oh, okay, fantastic. Okay, what's your best evidence that this God is real?
The best evidence is creation itself.
Creation itself,
all the
like
planets,
iPhones,
the air you
cars,
breathe.
steel.
Can I continue? I'm
Well,
sorry.
yeah,
I
I'm just
wasn't
trying
done
to clarify. iPhones, cars,
talking.
my computer, my microphone, like those type of creations. How, because we created these, so how does that demonstrate God is real?
Yeah, you did create it.
Yeah.
And just like the Most High creates, you are allowed to create as well.
What did the Most High create?
The Most High created the planets that are in the universe, the air that you breathe, the
How do we know that?
molecules, down to the molecules,
How do we know that?
because he's a creator,
Okay,
just
so
like you're a creator.
hold
So
on.
how do we
So
know
there's a
that
creator.
man
Hold on, there's a
created
creator.
a phone?
All right, and he created everything, and the reason we know is because he's a creator. That's your evidence.
No, my evidence, like I said, is that God created everything down to the molecules.
And how do we know that he created everything down to the molecule?
The ability. Can I finish? Don't do that.
No, the reason I'm doing that is because you're putting out a claim, and I need you to tell me how do you know that?
You won't let me expound on it. You are interrupting like you did the other person.
Yeah,
you just
said
kept interrupting.
He created everything, and the reason and how I know he created everything is if you will answer my question, this would be great because this is my house, right? So nobody goes into your house and tells you what to do, right? So they follow the rules of your house. So in my house, if there is a question that I have, I expect people to answer it. Now, if this is too hard for you, we can sweep you to the side and we can go on to the next guest. But my question to you is, how do you know that he created everything? How do you know?
Okay, so we can go.
We can't hear you when
you can go to Romans 1:20. I apologize. I was
Romans
trying to
1:20.
Right. If anybody have a Bible there, because I can't go off.
Yeah, we have Romans 1. Yeah, we can do Romans 1:20. Now, before I
can you read that?
Yeah. So how do we know that's true?
Because the Most High put that into the spirit of the person that he communicated with to write it down.
And how do we know that? How do we know that's true?
You don't.
Okay, so none of this is true. Okay, so we've hit a dead end here. So none of this is evidence. These are all claims.
That the evidence, what I said was the creation itself, but you wanted to go into a rabbit hole.
Well, no, I want you to help us understand how you know this. And you just said, well, because of Romans 1:20, and we asked you, how do you know Romans 1:20 is true? Because the creator put that in his head. And then so we said, how do we know that? And you said, well, you don't. So there's nothing here.
You don't.
Yeah. How do you
personally
know?
Don't know that.
How do you know?
But the existence itself.
Okay, but that tells us nothing because when I look at existence, when I look at existence, I see the laws of physics. I see the laws of nature.
That's man-made. Go ahead.
Laws of physics are not man-made. No, they're not man-made.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Man came up with the physics.
No.
Okay.
No, that's the study of physics. I said the laws of physics. It's what we observe.
Who created these laws?
Nobody did. They've always existed.
So it just appeared out of nowhere.
No.
Right? The law.
Okay, so if you're saying, are you saying that God appeared out of nowhere?
No, I'm asking you. You're saying the laws. Who
but I need you
the law?
But you're not listening to what I'm saying. I said they've always existed. They didn't just appear out of nowhere. They've always existed, eternally.
How is that? How do you know that?
We have evidence of that. So what is your evidence that God? Hold on.
What is evidence?
What is your evidence that God?
The same thing. What is
well,
your evidence?
Not in my life. Not in my life. That's not how it goes. I'm asking you. How do you know?
You don't want to be accountable, but you want everybody else to be accountable.
How do you know that your God has always existed? I can give you the evidence. I got it. But let's just not be out of pocket now. So my question to you is, how do you know that God has always existed? I mean, look, ma'am, if you want to go into the Bible and we'll set your behavior straight, we can do that. You want to do that? We can do that. I'm prepared to do that. So either way, your behavior is going to be set right. All right. But you got to understand, this is my motherfucking house.
My behavior is already. I understand
no,
it's your house, sir.
it is not. It is not straight. It is not straight.
To the swearing and stuff. I didn't swear at you.
Okay, I can swear any motherfucking time I want, any goddamn time I want, because this is my motherfucking house. Do you understand that?
Okay, I understand that.
Great. If you understand that, then
you're not a person that I need to be speaking with right now because you obviously don't.
Have a good day. All right. Why do people insist upon coming into somebody's house and then telling them the rules of their house? This is like if I walked into one of y'all's houses and said, I don't like the paint on the walls. You need to change the paint on the walls. I don't like the way your furniture is arranged. You need to do that. Man, do you really have your kitchen drawers like this? Why do you do it like that? Nobody in their right mind would do that. Yet people insist on coming in here, trying to dictate how it goes in here. See, none of you, just like in my house, none of y'all pay the mortgage, right? Not one of you people pay the mortgage. So I'll be damned if you're going to come into my house and tell me how to run my house. Just the same. In my life, I am responsible for what happens in here. So this is my motherfucking house. Just respect it. That's all you got to do. Am I speaking out of pocket, friends?
No.
No, it's your house. We know the rules around here.
There we go.
And I wouldn't be stomping out of your house if you talked like that. No.
Right. Well,
perfectly.
You're just not a person I need to deal with because you insist that I take my shoes off in your house. Bye.
Yeah, you're an equal opportunity energy matcher, so I can't knock it.
Just saying.
I love it.
Just
I was like, please keep going.
I had just requested up because when I hear my people talking, I just want to hang out. And I heard her and I was like, you sound like people I know. You sound like my family. And I was just ready to be I was ready on standby with my popcorn. That's all. I was just,
Oh, no, your popcorn is welcome. Your popcorn is truly welcome here. Truly welcome. Goodness. But this is actually kind of how Thursdays go. I don't know what it is. Like Thursdays, like we just get a lot of feral people who come up. I don't know what it is. It's just kind of like that. All right. Well, let's keep on. Let's see. Let's go for Truevine. All right. So again, if you are in the guest queue, please be at least 18, a believer in the God of the Bible, the Torah, the Quran. Please be not driving, ingesting any substances that TikTok does not like on camera, and have evidence that God is real. So let's go to Truevine. How's it going, Truevine?
Hey, all good. How about you?
Hey, doing pretty good, thank you. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
I'm 29, and my pronouns are he and him. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for being up here.
Truevine, did I talk to you the other day?
Oh, I don't remember, honestly.
Okay, let's find out. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
We'll find out. Okay. All right. And which God do you believe in, Truevine?
The God of the Bible.
All right. What's your best evidence that God is real?
Oh, hold on one second.
All right. Interesting.
I think we talked the other day about 2 Samuel.
Sorry about that.
Oh, was this? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, we can hear you. All right. So
yeah.
Okay.
First of all, I just want to say, I'm not here to say outright. I'm not here to change anyone, but I just want to know you guys' worldview, and I just want to have a respectful conversation. All right?
We would love that.
Just letting you guys know.
We would love that.
Timer for us.
Oh,
Timer.
Thank you. Sorry. Yeah, we would love that. So, okay.
Awesome.
All right. Okay.
So all my life, I grew up with the fear of God, and there's nothing that would convince me right now that there is no God, that there is no decree upon these human beings, and these people are just walking on this earth.
Okay.
Respectfully,
Right.
what is your best evidence of God?
Like I said, there is a decree that is judging all these people that are living on this earth right now. Or
Okay.
else, there's no hope for anyone that has been through injustice, any sort of atrocious event in their life. There's no hope for them.
So
They
hope
they
for
are just living in a
justice
vain.
is your best evidence.
I'm sorry?
Having hope for justice is your best evidence of God.
Having a decree of right judgment is the best evidence of God.
What is this decree?
Yeah.
What is this decree? Who is making a righteous judgment over all these human beings rather than just us who's making these judgments?
What decree are you talking about?
The righteous judge, like the God of the Bible. He is
There being a righteous judge. Okay, so your best evidence for there being a God is that there has to be a God because otherwise there's too much injustice.
I mean, there is no fair justice without God. That's what I'm saying.
There's no fair
And
justice without
we
God.
all
Okay.
no fair justice without God. And all of us, like in the panel, everyone in the live cannot come to one single conclusion without contradicting each other or disagreeing with each other. So I don't think any one of all of us is like good enough to make a fair judgment. That's something I believe. Only God has the righteous judgment.
God.
I know
So
that
what
sounds like a
makes you-
huge claim, but I don't know. I want to know whatever you guys think.
What makes you think that there is right judgment in the world or outside of the world, after the world, whatever you believe?
There is the right judgment right here on the earth, and also
There
after
is
this
on
life.
earth?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, can you say more about why you say that there's right judgment on earth?
Because I don't know, just for an instance, I would say someone who unalived someone else, they can't just get away with incarceration for a certain time, and that's really not a fair judgment because they are taking out a life and they're just getting away with what, like 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. They might even get away with it, like even lesser period of incarceration. So I think that's not a fair judgment. There should be more than that, and God is doing that. Yeah.
So there is right judgment on earth or there isn't right judgment on
There
earth?
definitely is. That's how we are all able to make this living. Or else it would have been more and more like catastrophic. That's what I think.
Okay.
I mean, even for the host, like.
Well, I think what we're trying to understand is how do you know that there is a righteous judge?
That's definitely from my human experience of life, and because I pay attention to a lot of different things that happens to me and around me, so I kind of noticed that trend. Could be anything, like even like someone who holds resentment for another person. They can make it they can make it so far with that resentment. They're gonna drop that at some point of their lives. So I know that that is not a good moral, standard according to God Himself. So
I think I'm
love
lost.
your neighbor is what God taught.
It sounds more like hope than evidence to me.
Yeah.
What is the difference between
this
hope
is not a
and
hope.
evidence?
Like I'm telling you guys, I'm looking at this through my eyes, through my life experience, that this is all happening right now. I don't know if you all pay attention in the same way, but I'm just letting you know.
What is the difference between hope and evidence?
Hope and evidence. Hope is something you look up to, maybe that you haven't seen it. But I'm saying
what is
I've already seen it. Evidence is something you can look into it, yeah. Just like science.
So you're saying that you can look into the fact that there is righteous judgment on earth.
True.
That there is
100%.
there is no injustice on earth. Is that what you're saying?
There is injustice through human beings, not through God.
Okay, so how do you know that there is a righteous judge?
Because, if I had to do something very wrong today, I know I can't. I'm not getting away with it. I know that.
How do you know that?
I definitely know that because
How do you know
there
that?
is law. There is a law that is governing these people, and who can put me in jail for that. And I had to be answerable to the court, and also
Are you
to God.
saying that nobody ever gets away with doing something that is unjust?
They might, but
Then
like
how
I
do
said,
you know that you will face righteous judgment?
how do I know? I wouldn't definitely know, but
Okay, so you don't know. You don't know that there is righteous judgment on earth always.
I do.
Therefore, you don't.
Wait, you
Okay,
just
but
said
you
you
just
don't.
said that people can get away with
I don't know
injustice.
whatever the judgment they're gonna face in their coming days for after what they have done. That's what I said. I don't.
You believe that every human on earth that has ever done something nasty is going
Right.
to face judgment on earth or in heaven.
Or both. Yes.
Both. They are going to face righteous judgment on earth.
Right.
Wow,
For sure.
that is a okay.
Then how are we gonna judge
How in the
Jeffrey
world can
Epstein?
how can you look at the suffering, the injustice of the world and say that there's always going to be justice on earth?
Because we are born into an unfair world like anyone else.
So there is not perfect justice on earth.
That is what that's how the world is run. Like that is the only thing that is making the world
You
run.
are speaking out of both sides of your mouth. Is there perfect
No, I'm
justice
not.
on earth or not?
So what do you call injustice? What do you know about injustice? Give me an example.
Well, I think
According to you, is there perfect justice on earth or not?
No. Let's just not go over only whatever I'm saying because, like I said, I'm not trying to prove you guys wrong. No, don't get offended. I'm just having a respect. No, I'm just saying.
Offended. I'm asking you, according to your definition of justice and injustice, is there perfect justice on earth?
Like I said, yes, because I know that. And if I had to do that, if I had to do something unjust to someone, I definitely wouldn't get away with it. Neither from the law, neither from God. So it is what it is.
Your understanding of what justice is so far outside
tell me. I want to know.
Understanding of what justice is and what I see is the injustice in this world that I don't know that I can have a conversation with you. Does anyone else want to speak?
Yeah, I'll jump in. Or actually, Dr. Elijah, I think you were trying to jump in a little bit earlier. You want to take a turn?
Well, it's switched a couple of times, and if I'm going to be honest, I'm a little lost right now.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't think we're even answering your question right now. We've gotten over to justice. I have a clarifying question to kind of give my mind something to wrap around. Truevine, right. Would you say that God has always judged justly?
Oh, that's a good question.
It depends, but I would say yes.
No, wait. Oh, okay. Okay.
Like I said, I'm gonna say yes because I'm not the righteous judge. God is. So.
Right. But you believe in God and you follow Him. You trust Him, His will, and His judgment.
Judgment is right. God's judgment prevails for sure.
Okay. So the way that God has judged people and held them accountable, you would agree with all of it.
Here we go.
For sure. For
Huh?
sure.
All right.
For sure.
Okay. So so do you think respectfully, are you a single a child? Are you the only child in your family?
No, I'm not.
Okay, brother, sister. I
I
would
have a sibling brother. Yeah.
a sibling brother. Okay, perfect. You guys close in age a bit, maybe, possibly.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Let's say, and again, respectfully, because I don't know your family dynamics
It's
or
all right.
anything, so
You're good.
I don't want to be disrespectful. So, I want to know if you and your brother were at home and your mom told you to cut the grass and she told your brother to clean the floors, and she left, did whatever she was going to do for the day, and she came back and you cut the grass, but your brother did not do his chores. He didn't clean the floors, and your mom came back and she said, well, Truevine, you cut the grass and your brother didn't. But since your brother didn't cut the grass, both of you are on punishment. Would that be fair to you?
I mean, I did my job, so.
So if you got punished for something you did not do, had nothing to do with, and you actually did your job, knew nothing about the floors, would that be fair if you both got put on punishment?
That's not fair.
Okay.
According to me.
According to you. Can you?
That's it. Yeah.
Perfect. Can you give me any instance to where someone paying for someone else's punishment or wrongdoing or disobedience, rather, would be fair?
I think so. If you do it on your own accord, I think so. Why not?
Okay. So
if I want to serve a jail time for someone else, I would go it. I mean, if I want to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not my question, but if you were minding your business, or let's just paint the picture even more clearly. Let's say you were at work and your mom told your brother to do chores, and you come back home from work, your brother didn't do the chores, and you come home and your mom says you're on punishment. And you say, well, why am I on punishment, Mom? What did I do? Because your brother didn't do his chores. Would that be fair?
According to me, no. Again.
Okay. Can you give me an instance?
I don't know how her judgment would be upon this. So
can you paint me a picture to where it would make sense? Or are you saying since it's mom, it doesn't have to make sense because she's the mom?
I would say, I mean, even from where this question arose from, is that we don't have a stance for moral standard according to human beings.
My question. No, you can't finish on a question that I didn't ask.
No, I'm not asking a question.
So would it be fair if your mom did that because she's mom?
Say that again, sorry.
Would it be fair for your mom to do that just because she has the power to do it?
According to her. According to God, if he wants to punish someone.
I'm talking about mom right now. Right. I'm talking about mom right now. So you said it would be fair for mom to do that because she's mom.
Because she thinks she's right. Yeah.
So you would agree with that?
Again, I don't have the moral standard here.
No, I didn't say anything about moral standard.
Yeah. I'm playing the same thing there. I want to go by what mom is saying.
Okay,
that's all I want to do.
So you believe in every word of the Bible, right?
It's written by humans, but yeah.
I'm sorry?
It's written by humans, so yeah.
Yeah, no, my question was, you believe in every word of the Bible, right?
I don't believe it like how Muslims do it, but everything in the Bible makes sense to me, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know any Muslims that follow the Bible, but...
No. I'm talking about how Muslims use their Quran from word to word.
Right. I
revelation. Yeah.
said Bible. You said Muslims and Quran. So I know we're not on the same page. Like literally not on the same page. Two different books. So do you
Yeah, I was
believe
going to say
every
not even
word
in
of
the same book, let
Yeah.
alone the same page.
Do you believe in every word of the Bible?
Every word, again, it was written by human beings, so I don't have to believe every word and look into details, but I do believe everything that happened historically is accurate.
So the events that happened in the Bible, you believe happened.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think that's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Do you believe that, Truevine?
Sure.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, and it also says that God has given man rule and dominion over all of the earth and every creeping thing that swims through the ocean, crawls on the earth, and flies through the air. Do you believe that?
Where does it say that?
Okay. So then God gave man, I believe Adam, he gave him that, started with that rule and dominion to name everything, build and design everything, which comes from us being fearfully and wonderfully made. Would you still say we're on the same page and we agree?
I think fearfully and wonderfully made is written in Isaiah or somewhere.
No. So I wasn't asking where it was. I just asked, do you believe that we are fearfully and wonderfully made?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you believe in the intelligence that God has given medical doctors to do their job?
Good question. Yeah.
Okay. Firefighters?
Yeah. For sure.
Any other
trained individuals. So
I'm sorry?
They are trained individuals. So yeah.
Trained individuals. So if a doctor came to you and diagnosed you with something, would you agree or disagree? Or would it depend?
Diagnose me with something. They can make mistakes, just like how AI can make mistakes. They can make mistakes too. So
sure.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what a trauma bond is?
Trauma bond? I know what trauma is.
Can you tell me what a trauma bond is?
Trauma bond?
Yes.
Is that something built up over the time with trauma?
So a trauma bond is when there is an abuser and a victim, and through a series of psychological behaviors of up and down, good and bad, basically a mental and emotional roller coaster, to where your brain, your central nervous system, and your internal psyche is so convoluted, so turned around that you have the ability to leave an abusive relationship, but you don't. And there are very clear indicators and signs of these types of relationships when a person is abused, but also gaslit to stay around with certain behaviors or good behaviors, to where you do not recognize that you are in an abusive relationship.
Pretty much toxic. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So my long-winded way of coming around saying we are okay with serving a God or even powerful figures, popular people in our life, to where they don't even owe us an explanation for the harmful and traumatic behavior that they give to us in our life. No matter if it's a mom, no matter if it's dad, no matter if it's God, because of your title, I'm going to respect the title instead of respecting your behavior. And all throughout the Bible, God has the ability to punish people who had no clue of what was going on, weren't involved in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And we learned these things through popular people in our lives, like our parents and things of that nature.
Right.
What is not fair to you is that negative and traumatic and unhealthy things can happen in your life, and you're not allowed to question them.
I agree with whatever the first part you've said, that we kind of do this thing with God, but I think He created this universe and He put us here. So how are we judging His decree based upon our personal social experiences?
So the thing is, we believe in something we never question, and we don't dare to question it.
Upon what standard are we even saying that, God, you are wrong about this? On what standard are we saying this?
On that, who's wrong about what?
like anything. You're saying that God of the Bible might be unjust, or he made this decision, or he made a judgment that is so wrong to these people.
Well,
On what basis are we doing this?
the only difference
According
between
to who and what?
Yeah, the only difference between you and I is that you won't question or discover.
I am. I am right now, along with you all guys. If I had to know that there is no God, I'd be the first happy person here. Because even 1 Corinthians 15, Paul wrote, if resurrection is not true, go party. I want to do that. I don't want to be answerable to anyone here. Not to God, not to anyone. That's what you guys are doing. I want to know why. I want to know why you guys are doing that. But I can only answer with my worldview and my human experiences of this world. None of you guys would definitely give me a moral standard that everyone could agree and everyone
can
could
definitely give you that.
live upon.
I can definitely give you a moral standard. Mind if I drive for a minute? So the way I base the moral standard, I think morals are objective, probably like you do. Now, do you believe that morals are objective or subjective?
I think they're subjective.
You think they're subjective, and they're subject to God's judgment, right?
No. According to whatever we are tracking, I would say morals are subjective according to you, because you're saying it. I mean, you wouldn't say it's objective.
I just told you I believe that morals are objective. So why would you tell me my morals are subjective?
My bad. Okay. So
I'm asking
if you're
you
saying objective,
if you
how
think
are they objective?
Okay, hold on. I'm asking you, are morals objective or subjective?
According to me, they're objective.
They are objective.
With God. They're
And
objective with God.
Okay, how do you define objective?
Something's rationally true, or
It means mind
according to some
independent.
standard.
It means mind independent.
Okay.
That, like, for example, 1 + 1 = 2. That's objectively true, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So even if God says 1 + 1 = 3, that wouldn't be true, because 1 + 1 = 2. So it is true
If
no
God's
matter
saying that,
it is true no matter who believes otherwise. Correct?
Right.
Okay, there you go. So I think that the reason I think morals are objective is because they follow something objective called the laws of logic. The laws of logic are objective. Like, for example, do you know what the laws of logic are?
Right, I do, yeah.
Okay, so the law of identity, is that objective or subjective?
Objective. I mean,
Right.
all these laws were, introduced to human beings at some point in time.
No, they weren't introduced to humans because we don't have any evidence of that. So are you telling me that you telling me that the law of identity did not exist at one time?
So did this come out from human beings or no?
Okay, it did not.
So these were uncreated. These were immaterialistic.
They've always existed. Yep, they've always existed.
How do we know that?
The way we know that is because that's how we decipher our reality, and all living beings do that. All living beings use the law of identity.
Then atheism won't work because not everyone's going according to that objective.
See,
Truth
so
that you're saying,
did God create
that
the
you're
laws of
referring to.
did God create the laws of logic?
Book of Bible, yeah.
No, I asked about the laws of logic, not the book of the Bible.
God didn't have to do 1 + 1 = 2.
Okay.
In my opinion.
No. So I'm asking you.
We don't
hang
have
on.
to be like
track Truevine. Track with me. I'm asking about the laws of logic. I'm not asking about 1 + 1 = 2. I'm not asking about the Bible. I'm asking about the laws of logic. Did God create those?
Did God create those? No, human
He
beings
did.
did.
Okay, so that means they've always existed.
But God knows
right?
it. But God knows it. Yeah.
Okay, okay, fine. But they've always. Well, I just told you they always existed, and you agree with me. So the laws of logic is always.
No, how do we know they have always existed? Is my question.
You just told me that they always have, because because that is
I said
what
God knows it.
Because that is the foundation of our reality. So
reality is
okay. So
relativism.
what was all right?
Reality
So
is
if they
relativism.
didn't always hold on, if they didn't always exist, then then what did God use without logic? If he didn't use logic,
God didn't have to use logic because he is the one who's
he
created
doesn't
it.
have to use logic. So Are you saying he's a mind that doesn't have to use logic?
Like I said, without God, everything is okay. Everything is permitted.
Okay, but
so
see, I'm trying to ascertain the evidence of this. You're just telling me this is true, but you're not telling me why this is true. You're just saying it's true. But what I'm trying to understand from you is, if you're saying to me, how do we know that the laws of logic have always existed? I'm asking you, did they always exist? Yes or no?
Laws of logic existed. There should have been always existed. I mean, God knows it. But
they've always existed. Okay. Well, if he came up with them, they didn't always exist.
Sorry. I don't know if I'm actually tracking with you, but you're kind of twisting my own words. I don't know. Like,
I'm not twisting your words. You can't tell me on one hand they've always existed and then ask me, how do you know they've always existed?
You were the one who said they've always existed.
Okay, I'm asking you. I just asked you. This is the fourth time I've asked you. Have they
I already said that human beings came up with it. Laws of logic, human beings came up with it.
No, they didn't.
Laws of physics?
We discovered them.
When did laws
We
of
didn't
physics
invent them. We discovered them.
Right. When did those come into discovery? Yeah.
Aristotle.
When was it?
Aristotle, during the ancient Greeks. The ancient Greeks discovered it, but they've always been.
I just want to know timeline. 1,000 years ago, 200 years ago?
Whenever Aristotle existed, whenever that was. Okay.
Fine.
So
Before him,
the laws of logic existed, but they weren't discovered. There's a difference. And that doesn't mean just like things on our planet existed. All right.
How would that tie back to atheism here?
Okay.
Because
so I'm trying to tell you, but we keep
it.
getting lost in the weeds. I'm trying to get there with you. So I'm trying to get on the same page with you. So the laws of logic, the law of identity, the law of non-contradiction, the law of excluded binal, right? Those three laws. So those are how we determine our world, right? Because if the law of identity, if an apple, A always equals A, right? Can A ever equal B?
No.
Perfect. So that means that's what makes the laws of identity immutable. It's unchangeable. It's always been there because we know that organisms, even single-celled organisms, in some form or another, they use the law of identity because they need to identify food. They need to identify danger, right? So either they go towards the food or swim away from the danger. So that's the law of identity at work. That's part of our reality, right? That's how we know things are what they are, right? How you can tell the difference between your bed and a plate of food, right? You certainly wouldn't go lie down on a plate of food, and you wouldn't certainly try to eat your bed, right? Because you use the law of identity, right?
Right.
Okay.
And they've always existed?
They've always existed, yes.
How do we know?
Well, the reason why is because, again, they could not have come into being at the same time like first organisms appeared, right? Why would they do that?
So you believe
because
that
the first organisms that appeared in existence used the law of identity to survive, right? So the laws of identity had to be in place so that these organisms could identify things. Doesn't that make sense? Or else how would they be able to identify things? Right.
So I just want to cut it short for you. Like you said, no, I didn't infer on anything. So I just want to say something.
You keep asking me how they've always been here. You said, how do we know? Well, that's how we know, because they had to pre-exist in order for organisms to find things.
It's like the laws of logic are
isn't that like begging the question itself?
It's not begging
the question. You're proving something from whatever you're saying it.
It's not begging the question.
You're proving the law by the law itself.
How?
Because you're saying those organisms, they find each other. That's within the law itself.
How else did they do it?
Within the law itself.
How else did they do it?
No, I don't know. You are the one who's quoting the law. So
then just explain to me how did they identify things without the law of identity? Just explain that.
I just want to cut it short and say you just believe that we are all biological.
Again,
I
got a question for you. Okay. Right. This is getting boring, you dodging questions. My question to you is, how did organisms identify things without the law of identity? Just explain that.
Because a man gave it their name. I'm
Single-celled organism? A man gave single-celled organisms the law of identity before man appeared. How did that happen? Oh my goodness, this is.
You don't have to get upset about anything here.
This is frustrating.
That's what I mean. It's great having a conversation like this because I get to know a lot of things, and I used to debate like a lot of Muslims, but talking with atheists is like really a fresh experience for me because you guys make a lot of sense. Honestly, in my opinion, like everyone in the live, I really appreciate you guys because you guys are bringing in great worldview that I've never experienced. I want to know this. Like, I've spoke to like a lot of different atheists for so far, and they made sense, but in a way, it doesn't work. That's it. That's all I believe.
Okay, that's fine. What I would advise you to do, because I don't think you're gonna pass the kick poll, but what I would just strongly advise is it's intellectually dishonest to like dodge questions or answer questions with questions, and you've kind of done a lot of that today. You did, and it's really frustrating. We can't. It's hard to have a conversation with somebody.
Whatever you're mentioning, like
Truevine,
lots of identity and all those. I'm gonna try to learn about them and get to know.
That'd be great.
Next time I will bring about a lot of different things. All right.
Sounds good. All right,
it was
Truevine.
great chatting with you guys.
Yeah, good
talk
chat.
To Elijah. Shout out to y'all.
We'll talk again.
Thank you.
Take care.
For sure. Take care.
That was a bit exhausting.
It was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. Oh yeah, we had a couple. We a little bit of attrition, but that's okay. That's okay. But we've gained 2. We lost 2, gained 2, so it works out.
Yeah, it was the cosmic forces that brought me here. There was a vacuum where 2 leave, 2 need to show up.
Exactly. I mean, yeah. Exactly.
That's many lobes I got too. It's 2 of them.
2 of them. Yeah. So, yeah, man, these guests today. It's Thursday. Usually it's like Pharaoh Friday, but it's like Pharaoh Thursday. So it's interesting. All right, let's move on to Beheme. B-A? Beheme? I think that's how we say it. Beheme? I don't know. Beheme, how's it going?
It's fine.
All right,
it's
very
Beheme.
Good. Beheme, thank you. Okay, could I get your age and what pronouns you would like us to use for you?
I'm 51, and I'm he.
He? Fantastic. All right, and which God do you believe in?
I believe in Jesus.
Jesus, okay. And what's your best evidence that God is real?
Yes, Jesus is historical. He, at a point in time, stepped into this world, which he created, and to reveal himself to us, because otherwise we would not know him. He's transcendent. Because he's transcendent, he needed to come so that we can know him.
And how do we know all of that is true? How do we know that he's transcendent?
It is true because he's historical, and at a point in time, yes, he was born.
What's the
by
history
Mary.
that you have? Like, where is this written down? What's the evidence for this claim that it's historical?
I have history. One of them is basically the Bible.
Well, the Bible is the claim. The Bible is not evidence. So do you have anything that's outside of the Bible?
The Bible is historical book, and then apart from the Bible, we have historians like Josephus.
The Bible is a historical book.
Yes, it is. There is history in the Bible.
So it's accurate to time.
Yes, because it was in the time of Pontius Pilate.
Oh boy,
who was a Roman governor that executed him.
Really quick, Beheme, which account is true of when Jesus was born? Is it the one in Matthew or is it the one in Luke?
The one in Matthew and Luke are all historians telling about the same story from different perspectives.
All right. How about we do this, Beheme?
The same story. Yes.
Beheme, this is what we'll do. Yeah. We're gonna go to the Matthew and Luke stories of Jesus's birth, and help us out and see if you can help us out and tell us which one is or both are true. and then you can help us out with that. And then
first of all, Matthew and Luke, you are going to synoptic gospels. These synoptic gospels are accounts written by two people now.
Okay,
Like
perfect.
Matthew and Luke that you just mentioned.
Yep.
So
They're
it
written by
is
two different
possible
people.
that
All right. So
as I'm
hold on, Beheme. Hold on, Beheme.
to
Hold on. We're here now. Okay. All right. So this is Matthew chapter 2, right? You see that above my head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fantastic. Okay. So it says in the time of King Herod, after Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Is this true?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jesus was born at the time of King Herod, right?
That's right.
That's right. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. Do you know when King Herod died?
Well, I can't bring that up hand right now. I'm not.
Oh, I can
having
tell
any...
you. Josephus tells us.
Yeah.
Josephus tells us that King Herod died in 4 BCE, and he cites an eclipse that happened right around the time he died, and historians have confirmed that eclipse happened. So, not historians, scientists. Scientists have confirmed that eclipse happened. So we have really good evidence that King Herod died in 4 BCE. So would it be fair to say, Beheme, that Jesus was born at the latest or at the earliest 4 BCE? Would that be fair to say? Maybe earlier, but
that Jesus was born
at least 4 BCE or after that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, before that, excuse me. Before that. 4 BCE,
it is
right?
fair to say that.
Yeah, it's reasonable to say that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's go to Luke. So it says here, in those days, a decree, now this is Luke chapter 2. In those days, a decree went out from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be registered. This was the first registration and was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria. All went to their own towns to be registered. Joseph also went from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea to the city of David called Bethlehem because he was descended from the house and family of David. He went to register with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was expecting a child. So is all that true?
Mm-hmm.
It is true?
That is true.
That is true. Okay. And then it says here in verse 7, and she gave birth to her firstborn son. Who is that? That's Jesus, right?
Jesus.
Okay. So that means that she gave birth to Jesus when Quirinius was governor of Syria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when did Quirinius start his governorship in Syria?
I don't know the dates. It started.
Okay. Josephus also says this. Josephus also talks about this. Also, although he was called Cyrenius because of the Greek, Quirinius was his Latin name, but since Josephus wrote that in Greek, it was Cyrenius in there. Anyway, it's a little factoid. Anyway, Quirinius was governor of Syria starting in 6 CE, and we have very good historical evidence that that is true. So, how is it possible, Beheme, that Jesus could have been born at the time of Herod, who died in 4 BCE, yet also be born 10 years later when Quirinius was governor in 6 CE? How is that possible?
Well, though the names of the kings at that time could be, there is the King Senior and
we're not talking about them. We're talking about, but I already told you, we already have King Herod. We don't see any of these kings here. We have King Herod here, right? There's no other kings here. King Herod, all right, which you just said Jesus was born when King Herod was alive. But then you also said that Jesus was born when Quirinius was governor of Syria. It can't be both.
I want to point out that King Herod being alive is kind of a big plot point in the book of Matthew also, because the whole thing was that like King Herod ordered the unaliving of all the firstborn male babies, right?
Exactly.
So not only is it like important that this timeline was right, it's key to the story.
Yeah. So back to you, Beheme.
Yes,
was
here.
Jesus born at the time of King Herod, and then King Herod activated the unalive every firstborn son, or was Jesus born 10 years later when Quirinius was governor of Syria? Or did Mary have 2 children? Or was Mary pregnant for 10 years?
I see the point you are driving at.
Or is it Noe's theory that Mary gave birth to Jesus and then 10 years later Jesus crawled back into Mary's womb and then was born again?
Oh, that's a good one too. He was just super. He was like 8 pounds at 10 years old. So he
was a slow grower, but that
Very
was
slow
pre-planned
growth.
by God, who is him.
He's not a shower.
So
the point exactly. He's not a shower.
Yes.
Or I guess he would be a shower because he's not a grower. He's a shower. He's a shower.
Yeah, he's a shower, not a grower, but just not
Mary
much of a shower.
was showing because she was pregnant, so she is the one that's doing the showing.
Well, that's why he was working with wood so much, because he's a shower.
He's a shower, not a grower.
I want to.
Well,
I
yeah,
want
he
to
doesn't
believe
grow
that.
the wood. He's not a lumber farmer.
Yeah, that makes sense. He was a carpenter, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Shows off his wood. Yeah.
Yeah. He just works on his wood all the time.
I thought you were asking a question and expecting a response.
Sorry, we were having a little mini discussion. Sorry about that. But Beheme,
Okay.
yeah. So back to you. So which one is true? Is it Luke 2 or Matthew 2?
Matthew and Luke are historians. All right.
Right. So why do they tell very different stories then? Why do they have details that are 10 years apart?
As far as these events are concerned, they are telling a story as historians. It is possible that the dates or names have been
what evidence do you have of that?
Yeah, because they rely on evidence to give the story. They're making reference to individuals at that time. But the point is that Jesus is a historical figure. At the same time, even though you might want to
I can't let you pivot.
history.
Yeah. You're pivoting. You're trying to pivot out of this. You're sorry. We can't let you out. Yeah. Go ahead, Amaliyah.
Let's talk this through here. When you say that they're both historians and there's just some differences in dates and names, the differences in dates and names that I would accept would be like if King Herod's name was actually just Harry and they were off by a day or two, or maybe even they got the birth month wrong. But the fact that it's a 10-year time span, and I also want to circle back to something you mentioned. You mentioned that, Pontius Pilate was a real person. Yeah, he was. And we have evidence for Pontius Pilate existing, but we also have evidence for when Pontius Pilate was not alive anymore. And so according to the Luke story where Jesus is born later, that would then end his life at a time where Pontius Pilate wasn't alive anymore. So the dates actually do matter quite a bit here.
Yeah. It's very important because it's a 10-year gap.
It's a 10-year gap at minimum as well. Could have been more.
Yeah.
So, but those Josephus agree that there was a historical figure, Jesus.
Okay, you're not answering our question. That's not what we're asking. We're asking about King Herod and Quirinius and Jesus's birth. Because Josephus, to your point, actually talks about both of these historical figures. And we have confirmed actually that Quirinius was the governor of Syria starting in 6 CE because we found Roman records. We also found that in 4 BCE, 10 years prior, Quirinius was actually serving in the Roman army. So there is no possible way that Quirinius could have been ruling at the same time that King Herod was ruling. Not possible. So that's what we're asking you. So they can't both be true. So which one is true?
But the truth is, he also made mention of the historical figure Jesus.
Yes, I did acknowledge that. But
So,
I still need you to answer
so
my
if it's
question.
that,
Hold on, Beheme.
I can't.
I need. You can't
I
answer
can't harmonize. I can't harmonize that discrepancy right now.
Very good. That's all we needed to hear.
That's
Okay.
the truth.
Do you want to move on to another one that you probably won't be able to harmonize?
Yes. The point I'm making is that Jesus was a historical figure, and humans wrote about it. It is recorded in the Bible. It's also recorded in extra biblical material.
Okay.
But I think the extra biblical material you're citing, it doesn't mention the same Jesus. Jesus was a really popular name. Yeshua was a very popular name back then. It's like being named Joshua today. Like there's more than one person named that. Yes. And Josephus also cites Jesus as son of Damnius, not son of Joseph. So I think it's referring to a different Jesus.
So Josephus was referring to a different Jesus rather than the one the Bible recorded about that was crucified during Pontius Pilate?
Yes.
Yes.
So was there another Jesus that was crucified? And
probably, and it was a very common. It was a very common punishment.
Yeah, it's like the name John in English, like speaking countries. It's a very popular name.
Okay, but that is like you are assuming. Perhaps
we're not assuming.
What am I assuming?
We just said possible. Yeah. So what's she assuming?
What am I assuming?
Possible, but
can you tell me what I'm assuming?
Yeah, what I know, Josephus was talking about the same historical Jesus that is recorded in
Bible
Matthew
Jesus.
And
is that the son of Joseph or the son of Damnius? Because that's who Josephus is talking about. Is talking about Jesus, son of Damnius, and the Jesus in the Bible is it would be listed as son of Joseph or maybe even son of God, but it's not talking about that Jesus.
What about Tacitus? Tacitus also talked about Jesus. He was also a historian.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
But
what does Tacitus say about Jesus?
What does he say?
It's the same information about the Jesus of the Bible, who at some point, Pontius Pilate, who was a Roman governor, he is a well-known figure and a governor for that matter. And the records about him giving permission for Jesus to be crucified.
And what year did Tacitus write this?
Such a time.
Yeah, what year did Tacitus write this?
Well, I can't bring the dates right now on the screen here because
Tacitus wrote that in the 2nd century. So how would Tacitus know that? He was not an eyewitness.
He was a historian.
He was a historian. Okay.
At times don't have to be eyewitnesses.
And how does he know
they excavate history and write about it.
Fantastic. Okay. And what did any of these historians write about the resurrection?
Based on what they heard, his disciples were testifying that he rose.
Correct. And what evidence did they cite that he rose from the dead?
Certainly from the oral information that was passed across at that time. Most of that time, some of that history was orally transmitted.
Fantastic. So what we're trying to get to is how this demonstrates that God is real.
Jesus himself.
You guys take over for a minute. I gotta take a call.
Sure.
So how does this make God real, Beheme?
Okay. Are you waiting for me?
Yep.
Okay. So Jesus himself testified that he who has created the heavens and the earth came into this world, came to that which is his, because he was a historical figure. He lived, and people have beheld him, touched him, like First John chapter 1, verse 1 begins that as an eyewitness. This is someone
Wait,
we have
who
touched.
wrote
This is
the
someone
book
we
of
have.
John?
First John,
Who wrote
John the
that?
apostle, John his disciple.
No, he didn't. There's no evidence that they wrote those books. The Gospels were all written anonymously.
True
Not
that.
the gospel. I'm talking about the epistle, the first epistle of John.
Yeah, and wasn't that written by Paul?
That was written by Paul.
The first epistle of John was written by Paul.
It was a letter to. Wasn't it one of
It
Paul's
was a letter
letters?
to some dude named John. Yeah.
Just open to first epistle of John chapter 1 verse 1 and read that.
And how do we know that's true? How do we know any of that's true?
When you read it, you will know what is true about it.
No. It's not. No, it's not what we know it's about. I'm asking you, how do you know that the first letter of John is true? How do you know it's true?
Because it is. You have it. You can read it.
What?
But
we can read Harry Potter.
Yeah, we can read Harry Potter. So that means Harry Potter's true?
Now, when someone wrote on the BBC today, BBC World News, how do we know that is true? Somebody wrote it.
Okay, let's not answer a question with a question. Let's go back to how, just because it's written, how do you know it's true?
Because I told you to just read that John himself testified that he is writing this.
Okay, so then that means
because
that.
First,
so then that means the Quran is.
It was
okay.
Paul.
So then you can say. Let's not get lost in the weeds here. So that means that the Quran is true. Then that means the Quran is true.
It's not the same.
It's what is not the same? What's the symmetry breaker? What's not the same?
The claim that John wrote this, John himself said he wrote this.
And again, how do you know that John wrote it? How do you know that John wrote it?
Because he said he wrote it.
And how do you know that's true? How do you know that's true?
And I'm over here saying I've got a rainbow unicorn in my garage. Does that mean it's true because I said it?
Okay. His letter was transmitted
yes or no?
from him.
Wait,
yes
hold on. We're getting to the point where you're dodging questions. Amaliyah asked you a question. Could you please answer the question?
How many questions do I answer at the same time? You asked this question. I'm trying to answer that. Then
right. Well, you just said because she wrote it, and that was your answer, and so she had a follow-up question to that, which was, what was it, Amaliyah?
If I've got a rainbow unicorn in my garage, do you believe that that's true? Because I'm telling you it's true.
Well, some of the comparisons you are making may not actually apply to
why don't they apply
realities.
Why don't they apply?
Because this is a written document.
There's a talking snake and a talking donkey in your written document, and those are believable, more believable than the rainbow unicorn in my garage. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
but you just said you said the written document. Well, hold on. You just said the written. Hold on. You just said the written documents. I just asked you, then the Quran is true, which is a written document, and you said no, that's not true. That's different. What's different about it?
I didn't say the Quran is not true, but for those who believe in the Quran,
is the Quran true?
Testify that it is true.
Is the Quran true?
For them, it's a document, a real document.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you, is it true?
The Quran is true.
The Quran is true. Okay. How can the Quran? So that means there is no God but Allah. And
what
that you
I'm
must
saying,
you must pray faith 5 times a day. And
no,
that you
I may not believe.
and that Jesus was, so then Jesus wasn't the Son of God. He was just a prophet.
What I'm saying, don't put words in my mouth.
I'm
when
not putting words in your
Quran
mouth. That's what it says. That's what
the Quran
that's what
is
Islam
is
says.
a reality.
That's what Islam says.
It's a reality.
I didn't ask you if it was reality. I asked you if it was true. If the words in the Quran are true.
No. The words in the Quran, I don't believe they are true. But for
they
a
don't
Muslim,
believe. Okay, so
my
then
God.
what? This is so
See,
fucking dishonest. This
This
is ridiculous.
is why we can't take y'all seriously. You can't answer
No,
simple
for me,
questions.
You can't answer questions
it's
honestly.
not dishonesty. It's not
It is
dishonesty.
dishonesty. The reason
For me,
why is because we asked you if it was true, and you said yes, it's true. And now you're saying no, it's not. I don't believe the words are true.
I didn't understand what you were asking me.
Okay, that's fine.
I thought you were asking whether it's a real document, like it's a reality.
No, I asked
And
you if
that's
the
what I'm
words in the
saying.
Quran are true.
The words,
And you said they're
I
not.
don't believe they are true.
Okay, they're not.
Yeah.
Okay, so but it's a written document. You said the Bible
It's
is
a written
true
document
because it's a written document, and now you're saying the Quran is not true even though it's a written document. So what is the difference?
See, let me understand you. You said about John, whether, how do I know it was written? I mean, how do I
that's
know
not what I asked you.
it's true?
I asked you, how do you know the words in first letter John true? How do you know it's true?
I get you. I get what you are saying. Yes, John himself, who testified about the events he has witnessed, attested
How
to
do
the
you
fact
know
that
he witnessed the events?
because my belief is in what
belief
Jesus,
is an evidence.
the
It's not
historical
about
figure.
belief. Okay, so if I
Jesus
believe,
is the evidence. For me, Jesus is the evidence.
One big fucking circular argument. Oh my God.
So blind faith, pretty much. You just have blind faith that it's true.
Okay, yeah. So you just believe it's true.
Jesus, the historical figure is the evidence. Who came, lived his life
Jesus.
on earth.
Okay, how do you know? Wait. How do you know that Jesus rose from the dead? How do you know that?
Because it's a historical fact.
Where? Who cites it as a historical fact? It's not written in Josephus didn't cite that. He just mentions Jesus. So what is the evidence? And how do we know that's true? And how do we know it's true?
Tiny the Younger also
how do we know it's true? Yeah, hundreds of years later. How do we know it's true?
Because even secular historians spoke about it.
How do we know it's true? How do we know it's true?
It's history.
How do we know it's true?
That's why we know it is true, because it is historical.
Okay, so then that means that Muhammad is historical. Muhammad, police be unto him, is historical. That means that Muhammad rode to heaven on a winged horse. That's true, right?
Muhammad is historical.
Yeah,
right.
And so that means he rode to heaven on a winged horse, right?
Where did you read that?
It's in the Quran.
Is it the Quran? Which I will want to read it. Which verse?
Fine, go read it. But it says it in the Quran. Did he or did he not ride to heaven on a winged horse?
I will want to read it. Which chapter and verse of the Quran?
You want to read it?
Because I want to.
Why does that matter? Why does that matter?
Because you are making it as a point of reference. That's why it matters.
Okay. And so if it says it, then what? Surah Al-Isra, 17, verse 1.
17, verse 1.
It's the miraculous night journey and ascension.
Okay.
So it says it in the Quran, so that means it's true, right? He rode to heaven on a winged horse.
For me,
oh, it's a hadith. Oh, my bad. it's probably is it a hadith? I don't know. Fuck it. But it talks about.
Yeah, it's a hadith.
Okay, but it's a surah, Al-Isra, but it talks about his ascension, his miraculous night and ascension. So, did Muhammad ascend, as it says in the Quran?
Hadiths.
Okay, I just asked you if did he ascend as it says in the Quran?
No. I don't know.
You don't know, but it's
I don't know
but it's a historical document.
I'm hearing it from you. I don't know. There are many historical documents in this world that claim
I'm asking
so many
you if
things.
it's true.
But the truth is that Muhammad was a historical figure. That may not mean whatever was said about him was true.
No one's arguing if he's a historical figure.
We're not asking you if he's a historical figure. Oh my goodness.
I already know that. I've seen his teeth.
All right. So does that mean then that did Allah split the moon as it says in the Quran? It is specifically mentioned in the damn Quran. It's there. Surah Al-Qamar 54, 1 verses 1 and 2.
Don't talk about the Quran for me.
Hey, this is my live, bro. I can talk any way I want about the Quran.
Yes, Yes, what I mean.
Okay.
I mean, you may not get
track with me. Did Allah split the moon? I just need a yes or no.
Split the moon?
Yes. Did he split the moon? Yes or no?
Like I say, those things may be in the Quran or in the Hadiths. I don't know about them.
Okay, but you said
okay,
but the Quran
when you
is
talk about the Bible,
Quran is historically written, and you said since it's historically written and it was witnessed, then it's true. That's what you said about the Bible. Now you're waffling on the Quran. Now you're saying I don't know about the Quran, but that's what was written in the Quran. So that means it's true, right?
All right.
So intellectually dishonest.
I'm here.
So dishonest.
I'm not here to argue with you. I appreciate what you are doing, and I respect what you are doing.
All right.
I believe you have a reason to whatever you are doing. But I thought I can come and contribute some information that I know as Jesus, the historical figure, which is true.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate you coming up.
It's God's revelation.
Beheme, thank you very much. Have a good day.
That's rude. He gonna say, Jesus, that's true, but you couldn't tell us. You spent 30 minutes not telling us why it's true, but you're gonna end your session by saying it's true. That's rude because
that was the longest 30 minutes of my life.
Can we get the 20-minute timer back?
I might have to, man. I might have to just override this. That was
25.
Pulling teeth with these people. And this
they won't
is
answer
like been
the question
all day. No, they won't
just
answer
keep
the
repeating
question.
themselves.
Yeah, they just keep
history.
Because we're taking them off we're taking them off their track. That's why we're taking them off their script.
They want us to believe it blindly the way they believed it blindly. We're like, I didn't question it, so you shouldn't question it either.
We're just
and then these people in the chat are saying the same thing. Why are y'all questioning it? Let people believe. No, we're gonna question it because it's dangerous to just believe something with no evidence.
Exactly. It's very dangerous. So why would you believe something with no evidence? Why would you just believe it?
Right. Well, it's in history. Yeah, it's frustrating.
That was frustrating. It was every guest today. Every guest.
Right. That's why I didn't even go live today. I'm like, I need a break. Like, they're insufferable. Like, you're not going to admit that you don't know. You could say you don't know. You could say like, I don't have evidence.
Yeah, just say you don't know. That's okay. We'll take I don't know. But oh my goodness. Goodness. That was so hard.
This is why I only want to ask yes or no questions on my live.
Yeah.
Yes, they don't never answer. They're like, well, the thing of you're like, yes or no.
No.
Right.
So yes
well,
or no
you're not letting me answer.
No.
Yeah, it's insufferable. But
it is so frustrating. Yeah, it's super frustrating. Okay. I can't see all the mods in here. Oh wait, I think I saw one. Was that Peg? Did I see Peg in here? Yes, I see Peg. Okay, we have Peg. I'm doing a mod hunt now. Trying to hunt for all the mods so I can bring them all up.
Because we've had enough.
We've had enough. Yeah, it's enough internet for today. Yeah, no more internet. Enough. I can't. I just can't. I quit.
Yeah, I give.
Yeah, it's just too much.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Goodness. So, but the good news is that we have friends here, we have mods here, and so these are the outstanding, awesome mods that we have who like hold it down. And you see, I think it's a good day. You know how I know the mods have done have just done an awesome job is when I get complaints in my DMs that people get muted. That's how I know you all are doing. You guys are like on it. Yep. Anytime I get somebody who complains, that they got muted.
No, my mute button was strong today because they kept ignoring it. We're like, no cast, and they still. What you think gonna happen? You keep ignoring the rules.
Yeah, you keep ignoring it, and so I just know, and I know my mods are amazing because like Rainbow Ash, who's just holding it down over on the YouTube side, along with Blaster Master 80, and they were holding it down, and then Rainbow Ash DMs me and is like, I'm really not sure about this guy, but he's just off the yard. And I'm like, you know what? He sounds annoying. Ban him. Who cares? He sounds annoying. Ban him. She's like, hey, I just want to make sure. I just didn't want to, step on any toes. See, this is how I know y'all are doing everything you can to support this live because,
we're doing it.
Mm-hmm, you're doing it exactly.
Trying to keep your blood pressure in range. Okay, don't be raising your blood pressure in here.
If I wanted to do that, I wouldn't take up any guests. I'd just sit here and talk the whole time.
Oh my goodness! Man, goodness! True.
Seriously, like these guests, like this, it hurts like right here, just because I've been like trying to figure out like what they saying all the time, and like my head hurts. Like my
Yeah. There's a few people in the comments saying they had a headache. I'm like, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Doing TikTok makes me need Botox sooner because I'm like exercising the wrinkles in my forehead so much because of these things
I saw
that
when you
these
had your
people
camera on the
say.
other day. That
was that
hilarious.
yesterday? My God, I can't hide my face. It's just I can't.
Be Easy in the house. Right on. What's up, Be Easy?
TBV, what's happening?
What
bro?
up? How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm good.
So good to have you up here.
Likewise, you too. That's why I wanted to jump up real quick because it sounded like you was getting ready to call it a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I just wanted because I'm about to go live in a few minutes.
Well, you're gonna see us then. We're gonna raid you.
Yeah, but that's not why I jumped up. I just wanted to jump. Yeah. I just wanted to because the atheist experience, they contacted me.
I heard. I heard
on your recommendation, man.
Yes,
I
did.
Yeah, I just wanted to say appreciate you, man.
Oh, brother, it was long overdue, man. You should have been on there a long time ago. So I'm just making it right. That's all I was doing.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, oh no, but because that's a. I used to watch that show. I listened to them for years.
For real.
And
that's the big times.
Yeah, it is.
That's
and just
the
for them
leagues.
to just, reach out and just, and he even said he sat in my lives for, a couple of times before and listened and stuff. And, and with your recommendation as well, he was like, yeah, man, we'd love to have you and stuff. So I got a
that's awesome.
video
Happy to hear that.
with him
I am
next week,
so
man.
happy to hear that. That's amazing. Yeah. So I got so far I got you and Board Agnostic and Volsi. And and I got like Born Again Atheists and I got so I'm
She's so funny.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah.
So I'm working to get all the great people up there. So yeah, like I said, you should have been up there. Oh, see? And Atheist Community Austin is in here. How about that? Looking forward to chatting with you, B. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
There they are. Speak of the devil. Exactly, right? Speak of the devil. So yeah, everybody, if you're not following Be Easy, you're missing out on some great lives, some great content. Oh my God, the last video you put out about God being on live, that sent me.
Oh, yeah,
it was weak.
Hilarious. Hilarious.
What you mean?
You know how
It's
they
free
be.
will.
Yeah, what you mean? Free will. Free will. What can you help with? No, free will. So, yeah.
I loved it.
That's their go-to for everything.
Exactly. So yeah, y'all got to follow Be Easy. Definitely do, because Be Easy coming out with some great content. So, but yeah, if you coming on, yeah, we'll, you know what? If you want, we'll stay on for a minute until you get ready, and then we'll just head on over.
Oh,
we'll come through.
I'm about to get off and start it up now, man. But that's not, like I said, I just wanted to, because I've been listening for like probably about like an hour and a half now. But yeah,
right on.
once I heard you, sounding like you were getting ready to log off, I just wanted to come up and just say thanks for that.
Oh, absolutely, man. And you know what? Yeah, come on through and let's cook together sometime. Or I got to come up on your live or something. Yeah, I know I got to come up on your live, but usually it's like later in the day for me. And but if I find the right time, I'm gonna come up on your live. But anytime, man, you're welcome. Come up and cook.
Are you still planning on doing Black People Shouldn't Be Christian tomorrow?
Yeah, black people shouldn't be Christian. Yeah, that was the plan, to do it tomorrow. So if you want to come through and sit up,
absolutely.
Post up. Yeah, come on through and post up. Absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna do the Black People Shouldn't Be Christian, Muslim, or Baha'i, BHI. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely. Come on through. Yeah, man.
All right,
Be easy.
Thanks all right, man. Yeah, we appreciate you. Yeah. All right, everybody on the panel.
All right, be easy.
All guests in the chat, listening in the live.
Big fan.
Got you, man.
All
yeah,
right.
we got you.
Appreciate
okay,
it.
well, we'll see you in a minute then. We'll see you in a minute.
Right.
I'm gonna watch for you go live, and then we're gonna come through. All right.
Thank you for the gifts, everybody.
Yeah,
Y'all got everybody to 200
Yes,
coins.
thank you, everyone.
That's very generous, chat.
Thank you, everybody. Chat, you guys are amazing. And so, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna wait for Be Easy to come on, and then we'll go raid Be Easy. Since I mistakenly said we're gonna do Midwest, but Midwest isn't gonna be on until like 3 hours later, so can't do that yet. But we'll raid Be Easy. And this is
from Kansas.
Yeah, and this is like a little celebration because Be Easy got on. Yeah, he's gonna get on with the Atheist Experience. That's great. Yeah, he should have been on there a long time ago. So, yeah, we are rating Be Easy, and but yeah, he should have been on there a long time ago. So I'm so looking forward to seeing him on there, man. I'm so looking forward.
Yeah, we're gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have like. Yeah, so in addition to me, we're gonna have like Born Again Atheist, Board Agnostic, Be Easy, Volsi. I'm hoping we can get Black Atheist Rants on there. He needs to be on there. You already seen Thinker. We're gonna see Miniquan on there soon. We're gonna see Mama Bash and Bash. We're gonna see Pinkbeard. We're gonna see all these people on there. I mean, yeah.
What about Ariel? Is she
Ariel? I don't know.
She don't really go live by herself a lot, huh?
Yeah. She's usually like a co-host. Yeah, she's usually on panels, but I mean, she could go up there too. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, and Fee, thank you, and Fee, yeah, and Fee. That's true. I forgot about Fee.
Maybe even the Girls Gone Godless one day will be up there too.
Yeah. Hey, I threw him your name, so
yeah.
You guys,
I think they did reach out to Noe, or just you know. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys should be on there too. So, So yeah, we gotta. So it's just I'm just so happy is that we're gonna have so much talent there now, like because like we have so much talent, and so all amazing hosts, totally agree. So the fact that we have all this talent, and there goes Be Easy, he's live now. So there we go. All right. So we all know what to do. We're gonna go raid Be Easy, B-EASY, and we're going to do that. Now, on the YouTube side, I don't think Be Easy's on YouTube, but you know what? We'll do a split raid. We'll raid Volsi. I know Volsi's on YouTube. So Volsi's up right now. So we'll do it both ways. And we'll do a nice split raid. You guys know what to do. TBV raid.
I love doing it both ways.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
We're all good with we're all good with doing it both ways here. So, you know what? Everybody's welcome. You do yo. Much love to everybody. You know, this is a live and community of love. So
love you guys.
Yes. And on that note, love you guys. So everybody enjoy the rest of your Thursday and then come back tomorrow for a big one. Yes, black people should not be Christian, Muslim, or BHI. It's going to be nice. It's going to be great. It's going to be lovely. All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow, guys. Have a good night.
See ya. Have a good night.
Bye.